this life sucks. I once gave 5 fucks. I work for my bucks. I curse the kindness. I fumble the bag, thrice. Still ain't recovered from it. Where's my builder's permit? Cause I've been tearing down these walls for the sake of atonement. I chose the path with the worst of all the options. At first I was concerned, but I got used to the concoction. Please riddle me with bullets, nigga, I won't ever quiver. Ridiculous, the criteria of a killer. I refuse to pay cause I work hard for this wage. I include today on the topic of rage. So much to say, so much for attention span. Grab your baby daughter by your fucking hand. Be a better father, I don't understand. You know it ain't that hard to be a fucking man. The temperature ain't even what's on the thermostat. I summon the deepest demons to practice attacks. Have fun with the fleeting feeling, I ain't coming back. Cause you be right, but you can find me where you found me at. Happiness aside, you're my happiness up front. I don't even know what I really want. But if I start crying, when I start dying, I probably didn't do it.
This is really what we grew up to be. Picture me, 3 feet, barely clever with speech. They say you learn from what you see, but I think I disagree. Otherwise at 16, I'd be dead on the street. I woke up, know what, I had a thought. I'm used to having things, don't wanna take a loss. Don't wanna be the main, if I am not the boss. I had a pinky ring before I got a home. Know that I'm blessed, 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 know that I'm blessed. Know that I'm blessed, speak the truth, the only way that I step. Life in me, earn my way from this death. Hello world, no I don't have to flex. Spreading love, though the truth will upset. Only one judge, but they label your death. Cooking flows, guess I'm labeled a chef. Too much truth, now I'm labeled a threat. No wax from a blessed tribe, you can see the light when God make it shine. Know the devil love it when he got your mind. When the truth in you, you can see the lies. I'm the one that tell you never idolize. Tell me when the idol gave the people life for the chose people. Here to seek you, I'ma paint this lyric in a see-through. Lose your pastor, you are the church. Can't a man teach you what the spirit work? Understanding knowledge and wisdom and patience, truth alone with the holy visions. You could all get it, praise the most high. No, I wouldn't speak it if it was a lie. See my flow realer than the advertise. You can't advertise what I advertise. No, A got an A-list flow. Plus, it don't even matter if I blow. Trust, only here to show the Lord glow. Chose to save a brother for his soul. Ladies, gotta show the ladies they ain't hoes. Humble, that I know the things that I know. Amazing how you could show a scene off a flow and show it to the world. Only few people know. I've been perfecting my craft, showing the love that I have. I'm really a king, showing the realest a thing. A prophet that followed his dreams, can't be deceived. Look at the way that I lead. The Lord is the head of the king, easy as breathe. Look at the way that I leap. The Lord gon' protect all the sheep. Peace. Know that I'm blessed, 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 know that I'm blessed. It's red lights, I'm out of here.
Send that fire to our Narrow if you haven't already.
And I ain't looking back no more. And I ain't looking back no more. Running through the red lights. I'm out of here. Yeah. And I ain't looking back no more. And I ain't looking back no more. I need my pie, and that bitch look like peach cobbler. Georgia on my mind, can't see problems. I'm finna take a risk like Ray Charles. Even if I fall like Twin Towers, at least I land in Bush backstroke for hours. With a hot meal from a nigga body, putting all my dreams in a bitch body. Hoping that my offsprings make it out of all of that bullshit. Who gon' be as true as this? Exclusive, maneuvering a light beam. Philosophy, catastrophe, a prophecy. No mockery, monogamy. I need at least 2 bitches, preferably I need a business on the lieutenant. Rendezvous and make a move in the college rule and they killing on my own shit. For the Google shit. I'm not new to this, can't hold me back. I'ma brew some shit, keep it ludicrous. I done looted it, gotta rule again. That's my mood again, my shit too legit. Can't see myself going back. I'm on my 2 feet, running through the red lights. I'm out of here. And I ain't looking back no more.
I'm out of here.
And I ain't looking back no more.
Yeah, know what it is, man. Again, send to our Narrow. Get your stuff in. We're in the countdown right now. We will start reviewing music as the countdown lead. The countdown go, hey, man. We give us some.
Heart's taking off for a second. Baby, won't you relax? Take a minute. Close my eyes and kiss your lips because I'm ready to Take this body on a trip, we'll be traveling. See a bigger world, baby. 360 turn, baby. Never lie, won't mistreat you. Cause when I'm with you, I just see the bigger picture. Got me in the zone, make me wanna make love all night long. The things you do to me, you really are the true life in my dreams, yeah. I know you know, always got you so. Gonna die, babe. You're on my mind, I'm talking all the time. Let's go. Got me crazy off your vibe. There ain't nothing like it. Life is better with you. Always gonna
All genres are accepted.
There ain't nothing like it. Life is better with you. Better with you. Got me crazy off your vibe. Nothing like it. Life
Arkansas
is better with you. Always gonna be by your
Step into your greatness.
Step into your greatness. I've always seen
What up, y'all?
who you are.
We here.
Even when you doubted your dreaming, I knew you were the star.
My family thought I was gonna be an artist. Paintbrushes, easels, they figured this would be the smartest route for me to take, but I didn't wanna pursue it. For me, it's tranquility, mama. I wanna do music, man. And she supported me. A lot of folk didn't believe in me. I could have displayed paintings in many galleries easily. Now I paint pictures with wording for all of y'all to see. I'm still an artist, just not the type that y'all thought I'd be. One time mama came to a show and couldn't believe her eyes. My first performance in front of her, she was quite surprised. She said, it's crazy how your peers wanna be close to you. Go for it, baby, see this here what you supposed to do. Those words from her took me plenty far, man, for what it's worth. I told myself
We in
I'ma
the
stay
countdown
at
right
it
now,
till
we
I leave
almost
this
there.
earth. No lavish crib and no, I still ain't got that fancy
1 minute,
car.
30 seconds.
But I'ma get it, cause my mama told me I'm a star.
Step into your greatness. I've always seen who you are. Even when you doubted your dreaming,
Let that chorus, man.
I knew you were the star. I'm a Christian. I don't stress about what anybody says. It's only you I'm listening to. Yeah, it's true. I'm a Christian.
We have 1 minute.
With your ways, they could judge me any day. You got
Thank
your
you for
word
the
on
light.
replay. I'm a Christian.
Right.
Look at the things that I have changed. I need you more now that I'm saved. The world might look and think it's strange that I'm a Christian. I'm not ashamed of who I was. I just ain't know I was enough. You back me up when things get rough. Yeah, I'm a Christian. You can check my past. Living in the shadows, I was shallow. You pick me up, now I ain't last, and I won't brag. I know I don't deserve to be involved, but you changed me, now that's resolved. I lift your name, take it all. It's all
30 seconds.
for you. And nobody and nothing could ever love me the way that you do. I believe in you. Forget the world, now that's a move, yeah. I did it out. Wasn't a reflection of you and your blessings, but you kept holding
15.
on. You left 99 for just one submission, yeah. I owe you more than I can ever give. It's in your name that I will live. I'm a Christian. Look at the things that I have changed. I need you more now that I'm saved. The world might look and think it's strange.
Okay, you already know what it is, man. If you haven't already, send to our narrow .fan/.DorkyReviewShow. You already know what it is, man. Get yourself in the lineup, and we waiting to put you forth. Oh, I knew I did something freaking. I don't have none of my sound effects and cutaways. Now I'm wondering if my thing. Because usually I have intros, outro here. Let me do this at the very least. Jeez Louise. Seriously? None of my freaking things? I haven't had to check that in like years, bro. Hold on. Nope. All right, so I do need to know if the sound is working properly on the YouTube side. Hold on. All right, cool. So you can hear my boy. What about the mute? Hold on, let me do that real quick. Let me go back to this one, right? Let me just see.
Running through the red lights, red lights, red lights. I'm out of here.
Okay.
And I ain't looking back.
We're
no
good.
more. And I ain't looking back no more.
It's just my my narrow section. No, not my narrow. Stop getting confused, man. Anyways, we are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. So if you have music, yes, send it in. Get yourself heard, played. We'll do a live reaction to your song. Simply let you know how we feel about it or whatnot, right? I try to encourage the chat to think about many different aspects of, like, you know, like what songs keep you on a specific app, or you know, you hit that thumbs up, thumbs down, skip the song because you're like, what the hell is that? If it was on the radio, would you keep it there or change the station? And even more when it's outside of your wheelhouse of things you usually listen to. I encourage you to think about like movies, TV shows, video games, commercials. I think that there's a place for all music, and really the things that do need to be improved on are often like the mix, the delivery, the beat selection, the type of effects and certain things used or whatnot, and whether or not you're using it too much or too little, whatever the case, we will try our best to put you on the right path. Producers, yes, you can send in beats. If you are an artist, you can send in music videos, or live performances. Just get them to our narrow, as I said, and then we'll pull them from there. We play one song or one submission per artist in the free line, but if you want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played throughout the stream or in a back-to-back fashion, we do allow you to skip, whether it's via, you know, Cash App, PayPal, the narrow side, you know, Chime, Venmo. We got it all, and that's about it, man. I think we should go ahead and get started. What you say, Dakota? So all of them would be kind of funny. You said just dub over the Transformers and stuff like that. Man, I mean, so that's what I used to do when this would happen. Hold on, I didn't even notice that all these things is tripping. Here, let me do that and put that there. All right. And I'll try to, I mean, usually I'll just have to kind of like restart it, or what is this? Golden buzzer and friends to unlock it. What the hell? What is a golden buzzer? I just noticed that on our narrow and something like that. I gotta look at that. All right, so we have Decoded and Mystery with So Sick, and this is produced by Madtro and Decoded. Let us know what both of you guys did on the What up? I see you over here on the TikTok side with good. Hold on, let me throw up. Bring up the TikTok chat on this side so I can make sure I see it. LP and BYD was good. Got the wreck. Shout out to Out the Hood, music was good. Where the heck this song at? There's a lot of time when I used to be a figure little kid going outside chilling with a straw hat. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with a little time. Everybody gonna be scared of a small band. Everybody don't even know what the hell they're gonna do with the heart of wind. You know what, man? You a song cat. Might be a little bit much on the bass side, but you have to send it to our narrow. Look above where the links are at. You have to send it there. We don't take like the links from the chat like that. There's like actually a line that you gotta get in. See if I can put it. I have to put spaces in here. Matter where you at. A lot of people here freaking don't beat like this, so they either sing up on the shit or they gon' rap. I don't even really know what the hell I'm about to freaking do now, but I really wanna get on it and snap, and I don't know if I wanna get on it for real, cause if I do it really whack, then they have to repeat. People know that I don't even wanna get up on this beat now because it's D3. It does indeed need a mix and master. So, what do you guys think about that? I always talk about, like, with producers, there are two different type of pieces of production that they may send in, right? One situation is something that is really for an artist, whether it's a singer or a rapper, and they do hope for them to get on there. And then the other one is anything that's like EDM, dubstep, drum and bass. It's not necessary, like the production is the artist, the producer, basically. And not everything is made for yeah, let me get that beat, you know, type of situations. Not to say you can't get also in addition to add an artist to it. But this feels like it's in between, because you do get into some parts where, like, yeah, rapper could go in there, singer can go in there and do a little something in between certain parts as those samples go in and out. Yes, it does need a more polished mix and master so it can actually have that professional feel. We want to not have to continuously adjust the volume every time we go between different artists or even songs of your own. And so I always say, analyze whatever your best record is, right, in any specific genre, and compare everything you do, you know, pretty much to that. You know, it does help if you go to a studio at least once to know what a clean and proper sound is in terms of everything, right? And then you can always channel that same like frequency, energy, just knowing that you can try to get things to that same point, you know, over and over again or whatnot. I know that most things are a work in progress, but you know, just do your thing. Do your thing and get in there. What do you say? Been gone not too long. I know, and welcome back. It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, life happens, you know, and or we gotta figure out how to get re-inspired to make another project and songs that we're willing to send through, man. I know the game, man. What do you say? So needs to mix and master, yeah, and an experimental project. Yeah, it's very different. What I like about you is that you aren't a one-trick pony. I can't like look at any very specific beat that you've made and go, that's the lane that he frequents, likes, and basically stays within, right? You have a lot of different things that honestly will allow you to work with more artists as opposed to less, right? Because imagine the artists that would hop in this lane that are more pop driven or something like that. It allows you to get in there with some of those, and vice versa, whether you're going in a more trap centric, something more hip hop. We in here. Let's see. You said, let turkey jive, baby, won't you? Let the turkeys jive. All right, let's get back into the line and see who is next. Still gotta press that button and see what's up. J-Mac with I am the one. I am the one. I am the one. I am. Isn't that? That would be hilarious, though. Yo! I am the one. I am the one. Hold on, let me turn this background music off.
Where'd you go? I wanna know, cause these stairs just a mirror, no. They steal the show. Medium rare, yeah, I smoke. On the low, if you hear, you already know. I got the dope. Where'd you go? I wanna know, cause these stairs just a mirror, no. They steal the show. Medium rare, yeah, I smoke. On the low, if you hear, you already know. Man, that's the dope. Here's the gusto. I better ask about me. And when you ask about me, never doubt me. Cause I've been around, nobody found me. Just look at the whole crowd around me. Somebody know, more like a whole lobby. Just go ask Bobby. I took this shit for a hobby. Now it look more like a jobby. Minimal effort, I'm just an expert. Each and every excerpt. Perfection, that's what it takes to get to the top of the network. Minimal effort, I'm just an expert. Each and every excerpt.
What up, fried
Perfection, that's
nigga?
what it takes to get to the top of the network. And if that shit works, I'm still gonna be a jerk. Still gonna need some perks. Promise before I leave this earth. You won't believe my word. Not imagine this shit. I'm out for the bag in this bitch. Sliding the DMs in the PM like this must be how Dragon would spit shit.
Sorry. Come on, man. This is why I hate.
You won't believe my word. Not imagine
This
this
why I
shit.
hate.
I'm out for the bag in this bitch. Sliding the DMs in the PM like this must be how Dragon would spit shit.
Do not send YouTube reels, TikTok posts, stuff like that as submissions.
On the low, if you hear, you already know. I got the dope. Where'd you go?
Too much room for error here.
Cause these kids just a no. They steal the show. Medium rare, yeah, I smoke. On the low, if you hear, you already know. I got the dope. This is for my people, I don't really see you. But I know one day I am gonna need you. I am the one who's gonna free you. I am the one who's battling evil. I am the one, no time for a sequel. I am the one, 5-0, like my desert was covered in eagles. My precious, like my bitch's name was the Smeagol.
I mean, I know what you mean, but I feel like that line could have been a lot better. Alright, so I thought there was a fairly decent mix in terms of what we were hearing quality wise. You definitely have gotten better over time. There's still probably a little bit more that can be done in that area. When it comes to timing and stuff, that's another area that I think needs to be perfected, because overall, like, there are two ways to look at certain artists, right? When you don't care about writing the beat per se, I think you're more of a lyricist than a rapper, right? And then on the opposite side, I think when you do think about timing and cadence and equal to what you're saying, you have like that half straight up rapper and the lyricist side, right? Because the lyricists, they can rap their songs, no beats. People are completely fine with that. Like, the people who are interested in that still appreciate that form of battle rap and just hearing someone's lyrics and how they can put something together. Then there are those that, like, they need that combination of, like, here's a dope beat, you're sticking your cadence in between it while also saying something dope. So making sure that you meet in the middle is going to be important for a lot of people. Overall, though, I think it is one of the better songs that we have heard from you. And so I'm always rooting for you to continue to have that growth and go up there. Everything's not gonna be for everybody. The other thing that I said is, when you guys send submissions to the show, try not to send like the TikTok posts, the reels, the shorts, all the short form content links just because like I was trying to look at something on the page and I just scrolled down and it went to like the next post and shit.
Hating that I'm able.
You know what I'm saying? It was just going in the rest of the line, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to scroll down and see where something's at, man. You know. So also, I do feel like there will be times where you may not send the best quality version in that way. If you truly think about it, some of you guys are loading the audio into another program, and then when you save that, you know, if it's a video or something like that, when you save that, you may not save it as the best quality, right? And that includes how the audio may be saved, and so it may affect a little bit of the quality on that end. And we want to see and hear your records, I think, at its best. You know, that quality that says you're ready to upload it to Spotify and stuff like that. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes, my friend. Let me go over here and jump back in. What up, B-No? What up, B-Do? And then what's good? Did I post the... Hold on, let me post the narrow in the chat and pin it for y'all's on the YouTube side. I would like try to do that for the TikTok side, but TikTok does not let me freaking put links in the chat. Like, let me see. Let me know if y'all can see this. Even if it lets me put it, it's not gonna let you guys click it, right? Can y'all even see that? I don't know. Let me know. You're like, we're waiting. Where did you do it? Did you do it? Yes, I did it like freaking. All right, let's see what we got next in the line. You're like, nah, fam. I don't see what you got right there. Barefoot Bob with The Fog. All right, give your thoughts on this. Interesting so far. Let's see where you go with this. Chilling in the dead light. Matter of fact, I don't see no headlights. At nighttime when I'm freaking driving, there's another car freaking in the city, to the side, and to the side, and you freaking over there, you thinking that I'm fighting, but I'm over here eating to the side, and I can freaking tell you that I don't know what the hell is like wrong with my mind. And we stop. That buzz was crazy. See, in these places, I feel like there needs to be a singer. The other half, maybe a rapper, but I honestly hear like Duran on this for some reason.
That's pretty radical.
Environmentally right there, yeah. Just think of Duran singing that though. Maybe The Cure. Like, it feels like a recent song from artists like that. All right, man. First and foremost, man, great production overall. You could get Duran Duran featuring Madonna, which I don't know if we had. They were both artists who like dominated a lot of the 80s, you know, throughout. Same thing with like The Cure and, you know, Phil Collins and certain artists or whatnot in terms of like certain lanes or whatnot. But this feels like a kind of more recent record that they would make today, at least like the production within it. And it's a little bit more digital, of course, and they often prefer and like more, you know, real elements in addition to, so like a real drummer, stuff like that will always bring things home. I'm always curious on what you guys think in terms of who you would want on that piece of production, and then for the producer, you know, same thing to you. Like, what's your wish list of artists that would hop on something like that? You know what I mean? Because it definitely has the potential if it's for that purpose. But I always want to encourage you guys as producers to think beyond just artists as well, right? Because like I said, we have sync licensing, which basically allows you to get your songs and production on movies, TV shows, video games, and different things like that. Whether it's sports highlights, commercials, the introduction to a film, the ending of a movie, you guys know, just like pay attention to, don't open it all the way, put the thing in front of it. Pay attention to the things that you hear when you are going back out watching any television show or film or anything like that. Just like listen to the actual music that plays, because often if you ever feel like, oh, my record could have been that, my beat could have been that, like literally there are places for you, but making sure that you have all your ducks in a row when it does come to all the elements used. And you know, for artists, like they literally have to have the rights to the production and stuff like that, so they can't just like lease a beat, make a song, and then, you know, without actually getting it, you know, exclusive from you and all that. And then you all want to make sure that you have the stems to your projects as well. The reason why is because there are many times where they may want to use different sections of your song or beat, and the full extent of what you may have in certain areas may not it may not mesh well with the scene that they want to use something for, right? So maybe they just use a portion of the instrumental as the people are talking and doing dialogue. And then if a fight breaks out, they sort of bring in the chorus to the song, or like, you know, the song at its most highest point where it gets a little bit more hype. You know what I mean? Like, so they want the freedom to be able to utilize those elements and the different ways that they please. Again, pay attention to the media that you hear when you are playing games, watching movies and all that, and you'll see the different ways in how your music and such can be used. So gotcha. And what do you say? And look, I appreciate you, like in this era right now. You know, some people use AI and stuff, and we're always up and down with how much we either do or don't sort of support that aspect, right? We appreciate real musicians, real producers, real artists, anybody who really wants to put in the work to bring something to life, and we still want to preserve that aspect. We don't want it to feel like any of us can just cheat our way to the top without doing the work or taking credit for things that we may have not made in most cases. So when you are able to make things, have your ideas, truly bring them to life, yourself, and then what we hope you do from this point is, if it does need an artist, right? Hopefully you finding like that journey, and it's like a half and half. You searching for the right artist, and then the right artist actually feeling the production that you have and doing it in the right way. Like that whole journey and process is a bit of the fun part, and trying to find those right equations is what it's about. Certain people will use the excuse of, well, I can't find this, I can't find that, and so I just use it. I mean, since when has taking the easy route ever been the best way to do things, right? I always basically try to use the analogy, like, for anyone in a video game, especially in like competition games and actual competition, nobody looks at you doper because you cheat to win the game. Like if you use a certain glitch or something like that and glitch off the map and shoot people through the floor or something like that, if you don't win it because of your skill, then you're pretty much thrown out of the competition. Nobody trusts you. They devalue everything that you pretty much stand for. And so the integrity of just making sure that you try to go through those different processes, man. It's crazy because at every different level there's always going to be those who are a little bit more critical to how you do things. As for those who can play actual instruments, they're gonna most likely still have something against those who take and sample things and they don't do those themselves, and those who sample and actually do a lot of work when it comes to figuring out the right drums, chopping it up a lot, and actually changing a lot of the elements that we hear. They will still look down upon those that just drag and drop like a whole sequence and not add anything. So each area is always gonna have certain things, and if you want more respect, basically just think about doing more. If you are someone who experiments in like making your own drum kits or plugins and sound fonts and stuff like that, right? Again, anything that you can do, it adds to the value and skill that you have. So great awareness for artists, man. Indeed. Now that's not to say that it's not a good, we'll say, like, idea generator, right? When it can help you perfect your ideas and really do something with it. The part that I just still haven't felt comfortable with is like when you have your idea and then it changes it, and then you release basically what is their idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not your voice, it's not your beat. When that situation happens, it feels like it's still a little bit disjointed from you. Even more when we're hearing a different artist's voice that's not yours, we're kind of disconnected from it, because at that point we don't know who you are, and that's very important. We do have to let people realize that we have to have the relationship with the artists, the producers, like the writers, like individually. We want to cherish what you are capable of, especially if we can hear your sound, your writing style, your everything within the different pockets of what we're pulling out. Let me go ahead and pull the next one in. Line up. Shout out to Barefoot Bob on that last one. Great production. Spurtle, you are up next with Crash Out Never. We shall see what you are.
There's nothing like my American Express Platinum card. I love that I can earn.
Calm yourself down, man. Barefoot Bob was like, that's me. What? Produced by Ray Gun.
Pull up to your address if you need a dresser. I'ma show these niggas that I really be the best bitch. I'ma come with ammo inside my gun, I got plenty. All these niggas holding hands and like they be besties. I'ma go look at mission, driving the crazy, I'm on that mission. Impossible aiming, I'm claiming, I'm chilling with this shit. I'm saying, I'm steady, you looking like fishing when niggas be flopping up the fucking lake. I would just go with the show, these niggas that I said they be putting shit in the oven to bake. I'm making that cake, yeah, I'm the motherfucking chef. Yeah, I'm sure none of the best when it comes to cooking up shit. I'm next, I show me no less. Yeah, I'm the best. Ain't got no ain't got no stress. Know me that I'm really rolling slowly, holy moly, bitch. In my hand with another band in the petty whack. Keep understanding niggas talking back. Women on my Mac, get your ass back, bitch. So sick, need a hazmat. Do the bad rap where they call out. All these niggas they be thinking that they all that. With the boom back, old flow, they ain't even know where to go. Where the plane jump go, where they have the door, where they be asking slow. That they get on choke, niggas stay on the low. Look at you my Lambo, and if you want a piece of me, take some of the piece of please. No one like a leash to eat. Nobody be heating me unless I believe the seeds. Right up in the street, nobody be beating me. You see me steady be freestyling off the head, looking like a beanie. Just be looking, see me wave my hands. Got the bands, they got no plans. When I'm freestyling, I'm just showing that I'm the man.
What do y'all think about that? 1 to 10, any now feedback? Ew, welcome. That was an interesting one. That was an interesting one. As you know, there are many times when I can see and hear, you know, an interesting kind of like personality from you within these tracks or whatnot, right? It is going to be an acquired taste for certain people or whatnot, right? I've often sort of known the type of records that can sort of live in there. Some people will need a little bit more like energy and certain presence to come out. The bass is a little bit much to a certain extent. You do want things to bump, to be a banger, quote unquote, but you need it to be balanced as well as to not mess up someone's sound system, you know, speakers, headphones, different things like that. And you don't want to get lost in the sauce, man. Like, you know, the louder that something is when it does come to the bass, the more you're getting kind of like drowned out, and all people are hearing is that low end, you know what I'm saying? And like from the outside, like you do like knowing that whatever you have like rattles the trunk, and you know, certain cars driving by, you like, damn. But like I said, what if people can't hear what you are saying, right? What it almost makes what you say just kind of like not matter to an extent, and then we have to adjust, you know, certain other elements. And you never want to force us to have, like, I haven't really had to do that in a long time, you know what I'm saying? You know how like when we'll say like when iPods were kind of like first put out, and they had, you know, the earbuds and their headphones that were actually pretty good and had some decent quality of their own, but we also had presets on those iPods, right? I'm pretty sure you can still do it now within the music app, but those presets would make it sound a little bit different depending on the genre you were listening to, or, you know, whatever custom setting you decided to amplify, like the treble, the bass, stuff like that. And honestly, I didn't even think about that until like the other day. Like, on how there was a consistent amount of time when we used to do that a lot. And then after a while, that kind of stopped. And more or less, I think the music started getting up to a certain standard. So you could hear that quality in that way. And again, we shouldn't have to go all in that. He was like, what the fuck is this or whatnot? It's a song. Play that song when your kids is running around the house naked, no diapers, just messing up stuff all around the house. Imagine that. Kids, what the hell are you doing?
To your address if you need a dresser. I'ma show these niggas that I really need a bad bitch. I'ma come with ammo and summer gun, I got plenty. All these niggas.
Oops. Accidentally left it, but it's all good. We're gonna go. We're gonna go back in the lineup in a segundo. But yeah, I mean, get one of those right there. You have that playing. I'm telling you, man, that works 100% for that scene. And then suddenly, like, you're wanting to download that song. You know, it's all about marketing. All about marketing. And then you gotta hope. You got hope at Chaos Music. LOL for exactly. I still think it needs a little bit of a mix though. VYD Lost in the Dark featuring Juno. I can skip the line if y'all don't want to wait. If y'all want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back session, you can use the add-on. Said, where do I submit? Somebody said, on your knees. Bruh. That's a nice record. So that felt like something that could be out there. I didn't really have too many problems with it. Felt like something that would be even better played on like a stereo. You know what I'm saying? Just like a sort of, you know, more out there sort of system, being able to hear, you know, a lot of the elements even better. Definitely that on the road driving to, you know, the next location, you know, realizing you love their kind of material when it comes to sync licensing for sure. You have something that you can basically play acoustically, if you are able to play the acoustic guitar at all. It is something that people do welcome and they just love live performances. I do appreciate when artists who do sing melodically, if you are at all an artist who kind of doesn't immediately go for auto-tune, right? Because the natural ability that you have, no matter what it is always going to be the thing that makes you worthy of paying to go see live, to basically again, we have, as a generation, as things have moved on throughout time, you started seeing more and more people who every now and then would try to just make it the fastest way. And so they try to take the most easiest ways out. These days, some of that is like AI centric sort of like elements, right? But we need artists who respect the craft, the culture in every single genre, and want to bring music back to a level of you know, whenever I have to remind you guys that, like, when it comes to Jimi Hendrix, when it comes to the Beatles, Elvis, Tupac, like Twista, like any artist that you deem as very extravagant at the things that they can do, we pay them a certain amount for a reason, because there's a skill there. It's not just them and who they are and being able to have that longevity. Like, you have to be able to be good at something in order for people to be like, you know what, let me lock this person in and invest in them and help them get to out there into the world, right? So same thing with sports players, movie directors, actors, writers. If you don't have the skill within it, then what is that thing that you bring to the table? It's like, now we used to ask that about relationships. What do you bring to the table? Now it's like that with the industry. It's like, what does the actual person bring that if AI, of course, doesn't exist, that you will shine within, right? So all of those things are important. You don't want, let's bring it to acting, right? You don't want it to be where, because you couldn't learn how to play piano, they had to fake like you could play piano in the movie, right? Just think about the two different conversations you could have regarding the movie if you actually take that time to learn, right? So if you get in there and can show people that skill, they're watching the movie like even more believable. Like, damn, you learned how to play like that, and we're actually hearing the pure skill. It's not just like a backing track and then they're like, you know, muting certain aspects for the production. Like, we get acting as acting, but I've always admired that there were certain method actors that do go and like try to live with the person, or really get to know who they're playing, learn the actual kung fu or fighting moves or whatever it is. That's something that, even if I ever wanted to get into acting, like, I have to respect, and I've looked at that for years and I've appreciated that there are even very few actors who will do their own stunts. Like, you know, Tom Cruise has always been one of those people who's, you know, let me get in the danger and still try to do as much as I can, you know, for respect of the film. He will have certain stunt doubles, but really tries his best not to utilize them, so that, again, the scene is believable. And we've always respected him and like a Jackie Chan, for those elements. Music is the same thing or whatnot. Let me see. You said I think you should get Eddie to engineer it. That's crazy. And then really, you must have blocked him, Ms. Demeanor. It was probably y'all was probably in the. It was probably like maybe a year ago or something like that, and like y'all was talking about some song, and then y'all got into it. That's the only thing that I can think about. Other than that, like you and Chilino are right next to each other in the chat, which is wild. You said too much reverb or echo. Let's see. Let me jump over here. Bam, shakalooka. Refresh this. Everybody gotta live the life under the sun, under the sun. Everybody gotta live the life. Hello, man. Team A with Scarface. Let's go ahead and throw you on in. Yeah, both of y'all don't see each other. That's crazy. What happened? Because I can't remember. Because that would be the only thing. All right, anyways, let me throw this in.
From Taco Night in Tulum to Sushi and Tokyo.
This guy is always going to go in there. And who said they not from here? You said I got something called Cases. I put a song in narrow. That's what's up. So you should be in the narrow line. Oop.
On the Ferrilla, my nigga, they call me Hallow Man. Yeah. On the Ferrilla, my nigga, they call me Hallow Man. Everybody know my name, them tattoos on my face. Everybody know my name, them tattoos on my face. Everybody know my name, them tattoos on my face. Everybody know my name. Shake. Protect me from my friends, I can take care of my enemies. Oh, niggas who pretend to be. Getting them all eventually, watch them drop tremendously. And if I shot them but didn't rock them, that ain't the end of me. Grown ass men walk around with bitch tendencies. That shit be offending me. You ain't a kin to me. You's a kin to who? I post up like a senator. HCP by my genitals. Ooh, turn his brains to some fish food. Make his nigga scream like my bitch do. Check a nigga out like a physical. Kick down your dog, kill whoever in the living room. Whoever upstairs better chill, they gon' get it too. Niggas flow pitiful, who the fuck you listen to? Treat them like kids, dump their ass in the swimming pool. Got balls, give me a liquor in the bar store, and I'ma get your ass dumb drunk till your liver blue. Sorta like Livingston before he had to slip fall. The Charles free well before he got ticked off. Rising to the top until I got snitched on. 8 months counting time, the rest in the prison. I used to think and feel it, but now I see the vision clearer than ever. They fear me like a panther with a hammer in my left eye. Horses on my sweater, that beat from the polo. I love my niggas to death, no homo. Teammate never clappers, we gon' kill him with the logo. Can't forget Treyo, 100 and gunmen, NR. Tell me who you running with, son of a bitch. Now that bitch son rich, no bricks, just spit. Now my paper real thick, got a lion for a pet. I tell him chill, simmer sit.
It's a throwback.
But they just know my flow. So on the real of my nigga, they call me sick. Oh, nobody know my face. They just know my flow. My flow out of this world, just call me sick. Oh, nobody know my name, but they just know my flow. My flow out of this world, just call me sick. Oh, my flow out of this world, just call me sick. Oh, my flow out of this world.
Yeah, my flow hotter than the launching pad. I'm stepping in, and the world is my welcome mat. I got the butter on the block, I'm tossing that. This shit like stock, and they be feeling like Hornet sad. Yeah, so all the fiends like welcome back, but I ain't Mason Betha. I show you how to stretch ya, a line like a club, and I gave out one tester. I'm getting at the mustard, I can show you how to catch up. That mini AK, super soaker where you wet ya. You wouldn't wanna stop me, couldn't even harm me.
Better don't get on play it.
On you
like Amari. Game like Xbox, you more like Atari. Stay up on my grind, by my biz like I'm Marky. Stupid ass niggas thinking they can outsmart me. Mastermind, I'm mastermind. I drop 50 from the torch, no remorse. Get you scorched, it's the S to the TG. Niggas can't see me. Coming at my squad, get your ace over easy. Barrel on the DE, shaped like a TP. I'm blowing on that kiwi. Yeah, I know you see me. Fresh in the polo, linked off the promo. Hustlenomics and I see a jockey one slow-mo. She all on my pogo, must dig the mojo. I'm fresh in the Toto, wanna beat I just go. Money represents me, so it is my logo. On parts, need a iced tea like Coco. Cushion had me all in the days like the calendar. Streak like cows, I ain't nigga, who my challenger?
Yeah, it's Mook Mean, motherfucker. They don't know me, I just get to the flow. It's Mook Mean, I just get to the flow. Like, yeah.
Teammate with them homicide niggas be at. Ski mask, Tech 9 in the mystery mag. Get back, about $1, kill him for 3 stacks. 4 and a half, take half, get 3 back. 2 900 in, where niggas dumping it. Trade yo pumping it. Fiend said they love it.
Dorky don't play that.
Man, I'm trying to get a crown Vic. 2 pipes, 4 master dually in the sound kick. Shit, I'm moving through the town quick, so I can show you little niggas how the crown's sick. 4 pound consistent, ball like last Vic. Name is the Pistons, fucking with the 6'6". Make sure you got bread for the boy rich shit. Shit, my name in the district. They probably talking about me right now, flipping pictures.
What do y'all not like about it?
Talking right now, priceless shit. It's Mook Mean,
Just
straight
wondering.
fire, no liar. Back block, yes, I'm a crack supplier. Get cocked. Hitting with neck shots higher. I move hard, I'm a motherfucking rider. Stay low, keys go for a few. Next it's hard to get my crew back at niggas on some new jack. The city's crazy cause baby copping a few. Get niggas getting lazy cause maybe they cannot do black. This book shit got me stressing a lot. The DT starting to question a lot. I'm getting tired of it. Now I'm on my college tip. I'm trying to get a college thing. Show me how to knowledge it. Brain so solid quick. Getting shot, man, it do hurt. That's why I keep the shack. Or the AI, man, or the Kuko. Man, the truth hurts. That's why a lot of bitches. I think a lot of bitches. Yes, I get a lot of bitches. When I get a lot of niggas,
I think more can happen with the beat. That's the thing.
Something for the popular niggas. Free something for the popular niggas. I'll pop it, niggas. I won't stop, nigga. It's Mook Mean, not the top, nigga. 2-9 to the top of the block, nigga. Teammate NAPA, nigga. Trade O's, chain station all day, nigga. The beat coming, yeah, they coming for the yay, nigga. How you wanna, I'll come with the cake, nigga. Rocka, I'll send them your way, nigga. It's Mook Mean, I don't fucking play, nigga. What? No. Yeah. Teammate.
All right, big figure solo. So, I think y'all going a little bit too harsh on this one.
It's amazing what you can do when you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror.
Because A, it's a throwback, right? By no means or intention do I assume that, you know, let me release this record today, right? What we've been getting from this specific artist over the course of like the past, you know, weeks or so, each episode are either new records, right, with videos and everything, or throwbacks, things that could go back 8 to 10 years ago. And a lot of the ones that we have a lot more critique and criticism with definitely are the ones that are the throwbacks, right? Because the mixes weren't there yet, right? There's almost too much repetition within this production. It sort of like just loops itself around and does the same thing throughout the entire beat. You have a few artists on this record, and so you do want to have like a little bit more happening for it to feel like something that is real. Like we've had a lot of the, you know, the posse records, the, you know, mixtape joints and stuff like that, and really it just feels like one of those songs, right? Not nothing that is the more like official album version. I feel like if you were gonna do an album version of that at all, like I'd still want something to happen with the production, and then maybe even a re-record with the vocals and stuff. Especially like again, it's 8 years ago, right? Now you are almost held to a higher standard. The further that you go in, the better the mixes should be. And it's always up to you whether or not you want to go back and like redo things. Sometimes we don't have access to the people on the record anymore, maybe even the production. And so it's okay to remake those things if you're ever up for it, right? I don't think it's the best record. Is it something that I would have went back to on the album or mixtape? Probably not. But I did want to see where and how the bars felt or whatnot, right? And I feel like a lot of you have like the right energy. Again, it's 8 years ago, so I know there was a hell of improvement since then, with basically everything. I'm just judging it from an 8 years ago kind of standard or whatnot, right? If we were gonna try to help push this record today, what would we do? And so my mind goes a little bit there. And he said throw it back in the trash, man. Damn son, where'd you find that? And you said, was that an outro? Now that would make a little bit more sense. That would make sense if it was an outro and maybe a group album kind of project or something like that. But again, the things that we don't think about enough are like full production, right? The difference between a beat maker and a producer are a beat maker is very okay with like, let me just make this 1 8-bar section or something and I'll loop it for basically the rest of the record, and the artist could just rap on it and do whatever, right? A producer goes in even after the record is done and figures out things that they can add and change throughout. You have to remember, as I always say, the producer is an artist too, so you want to be a part of the record as much as you can. There should be a section where the drums drop out and the synths and other things are still there, and vice versa, and then the tones change. Like there's all kinds of stuff that you can do that will add that variation over time. And you want to act as a producer like you are the artist. Pretend the artists that are rapping on the record do not exist and it's only you. Nobody is going to want to listen to just a loop for 3 minutes, 2 minutes, like whatever it is, if nothing else is changing. At some point you're like, all right, let me go to the next track and stuff like that. Chilino asked you, Miss Demeanor, to unblock him if possible, and he put prayer hands in there, so hopefully, I don't know. Again, I can't tell you what specifically happened for you to block. Like you barely even remember him. But what I can only assume, and I had said it in the chat, like I think it could have been a time where Chilino had sent a specific record, and then maybe like with this, you just kind of didn't like it, and talk your shit. And I think everyone is very much on the defensive when they see people talking shit about their records, right? But I try to teach you just allowing any and everybody to have their opinion of you. Not everybody is going to love what you do, but the fun is figuring out what is your best record. What is the song that does make people believe in you and says that there's a lot of potential and it wants to make them hear more, right? We can't win them all. We can't force people to like our stuff. I've heard 100 different records from Soulja Boy. None of them I like. I'm still open to maybe one day there being something that I do gravitate towards and being like, you know what? All that other stuff was BS, but this. And I try to keep an open mind for everyone, but I know that the road is hard. It's long, right? Yet you just have to embrace what art is, right? You know how you can go to an art gallery and 20 different people are gonna have a completely different opinion on every piece of art that is there. Some person is just gonna be like, what the hell is this? They're not even gonna know how to explain it. Next person is gonna be like, yo, I love the dexterity and the detail and emotion that this one, you know, they'll have a whole way of explaining what that art piece means to them. And our music is a little bit like that. The only difference is kind of the difference in quality and whether or not we've done the piece of art in the right way, right? Can people perceive it as something that is intricate and does have a real piece of... Anyways, and he said, there she is, you know what I'm saying? So what the fuck, Chelino? Said, I ain't block anyone, I can handle the smoke. Yeah. So there you go, reunited or something. I don't know. Let me jump back in the line up. Shout out to Hollow Man on that last one. We have T-Rob up next with Gotta Go. He's like, no, but just saying I gotta go, cause and he was like, TS, bad, what up, dog? Alright, let's see. Is this going to load? Is this going to load? Is this...
Not all electric vehicles.
Not all electric vehicles are electric. Well, what the freak? What the heck is the point then? Oh my gosh.
Shawty gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Hey, yeah. Shawty gotta go. Shawty gotta go. Shawty is a unknown. Bitch, don't act like I don't know. Shawty gotta go. Hey, Shawty gotta leave. Hey, bitch, I ducking fucking weed. Fuck that bitch, she finna queen. Fuck that bitch, she finna queen. Hey, and I'm smoking loose leaf. And I'm smoking on that key. Yeah, you know I'm finna cheat.
This reminds me of Jay Mufasa.
Yeah, you know that I'm the chief. Yeah, you know that I'm the king. If you like it, then you should've bought a fucking ring. If you like it, put a ring on it. If you like my dick, then you better fucking sing on it.
What?
Put some bling on it.
Freaking Chelino had her block.
Put some bling on it. Yeah. Hey, Shawty gonna sing on it. Yeah, I know she gonna sing on it. Shawty went and got a fucking necklace. Hop up in the whip and you know we driving reckless. Hop up in the whip and you know we gonna wreck it. Bitch, I cannot help it. I just be so helpless. Hey, yeah, Shawty say I'm selfish. Hey, well, Shawty, I'm just selfish. Hey, yeah, Shawty, I'm just selfish. Hey, please just listen to my message. Please just listen to my message. And you causing all this motherfucking wreckage. Yeah, that's why you gotta go. Yeah, that's why you gotta go. Shawty gotta go. Yeah, Shawty gotta go.
Shorty gotta go. Like if I give her the blunt and weed, then Shorty gotta roll. And there's a lot of times where I don't even know if I can throw her in the ocean, cause I don't know if Shorty got a boat, but if she does, she could go and just over it. It's open. It's open. Matter of fact, they're like door closed and it's open. It's open. You're like, what the hell? What do you think about that one? No, then. That was okay. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. I feel like it fits in between more of that kind of trap melodic emo alternative. You know, like it's just short of being there, right? If you remove the 808s and production beat wise in this, and then you leave like the acoustic elements, like it fits more of a full-on, you know, alternative kind of joint, which again, I always think you should do those versions of the songs. In terms of the mix, it does need to be polished, right? You are a little bit too far back in the mix. Like it doesn't feel like you are up front basically performing the song for us. You're basically in the back before the curtains even open, trying to, you know, practice a song, but you don't know that the mic is on, so we can still hear y'all. That's basically what it feels like, you know what I'm saying, right now. I do know that it can be better. There are elements that can bring this to life, like no Ezra, right? I think that with a lot of these, it is gonna take that live production and really taking these a different kind of serious, right? People often look at artists in some of these genres and they assume that you do the minimal. To a certain extent, they are right. But you can prove them wrong by adding those real elements, right? So sometimes real drummers, real guitarists, and being able to have that conversation with it. You know, melodies were okay. I think there definitely is a little bit more that can happen though. Instead, and I'm blacking you now. That song wasn't even it wasn't even his song, man. Let me see. You said you charged me hard one night. You charged me hard one night. One of my songs. Then I seen you about my same song on BandLab or something like that. Interesting. And then Misdemeanor said, "I'm blacking you now." That song wasn't worth it. Why is this comedy though? Why is this hilarious? That's what I'm saying, man. They hilarious. All right, hold on. Allow me to go back in the line. I'm about to freaking tell you. All right, stronger every day with shoulders. Bye.
California needs a permanent fix to this wildfire crisis. The state's Fair Plan insurance rates are increasing as much as 200%. 200%? While Billboard lawyers take huge cuts of victim settlements.
Oh my gosh, lady. Yeah, I had to stop it. Okay, so.
You ever just wonder how many people you meet in your life? Where they're from, where they've been, what's their deal, or just who they are. I just wanna say that one day when you are older, you're gonna feel all the weight on your shoulders. Don't say I told you. So it seems I gotta report you for all the things that you did back when I was sober, but now I'm colder. Always pushing piles of boulders upon a mountain in my head, thinking about what I told her. But sometimes I get lost and just wish it was over. Now I'm going back in time to save my mind, but it's too late, and I'm a fool to think that I could ever find a place to save myself from something that could never be found. Always thinking about the worst to come, but I can't face this now. I don't even know a thing I could ever replace. I'm faced with consequences that I never could face.
Hit that button.
Used to grudge with everyone.
Oh snap! My audio came back. I just realized that.
I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna
I just now realized that the audio on this came back. Why didn't it do the intro when I tried to do it earlier? I'm so confused. Okay, so here's the thing, man. I've heard a lot of good records from you, right? And so I always judge from a point of the potential that I have seen you guys have before, and whether or not what you're sending me in the moment feels like something that would be a good representation of your ability and like what you can do. Again, basically things that I would personally, if you weren't in a building and I had to show other people, oh yeah, y'all should work with so and so, right? If it happens to be you, I always want to be able to pull out the best work from that pile, right? What I would put in a top 5, top 10 kind of playlist. And the delivery, I mean, so there's part of me that appreciates the almost like old school kind of approach. Like it reminded me of I Need Love by LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? I need love. Like there's a certain way of how you were delivering it that just felt like it had like a 90s flair, but then the beat was very different. Like I was like, I don't know if I would have rapped like that. Like the beat was a little bit faster, right? And it could have had a like whatever. You could have gone in there a little bit like that. But like it kind of was a little bit boring in that way. But yeah, I've heard better records from you over and throughout this time, and want to keep you on track for that. This one did not catch my drip. Is that an entire freaking fire engine? What do you think about that though, my friends? And do you agree or do you disagree? Hold on, let me get back in. That was Stronger Every Day with Shoulders. Now, when you do get a dorky, don't play that. It's a gift and a curse because you get cut, but then you can get back in. You can get back in the line. All right, you know what I mean? So try your hand at a potentially better record that does not get that button, and you will be saved. You said, since I'm going out to Miss D. Since something going out to Miss D. Oh, yeah. A lot of vegan people wanna eat a lot of pieces of cheese. I'm like, what the hell? And where did you send it, sir? Is it in the lineup? Is it something that we should be scurrilufulent about? That's not even a word. All right, what do we have? One take Roddy or Rody?
Hey, one take Roddy. A lot of money in my pocket. Hey, one take Roddy.
One take Roddy, okay.
One take Roddy. Hey. Hey. Smoking that dog, be high out, turn to a cloud, that live with your freaks. You know me talk out my belt and I spank her. I need the bitch for my jeans. I keep like 50 my jeans. You know my diamonds that cold. I told me that shit like freeze. You know I had to go double G, dropping the bag, I ain't worried about the fees. Golden Goose can't even tie the laces. A lot of hoes every day, it's different faces. A lot of money in my pocket, gotta stack it. Money on my pocket when I'm paying for the cases. Money on my pocket when I'm paying for a bond. Money on my wrist when I look at the time. My diamond blinding like a nigga put some lime in your eyelids. Roll running, I've been raising the mileage. Educated, got enough for the college. Came a long way from the one-on-one to one. I could just teach you a class. I can show you how to make 50 racks in an hour. I ain't never did a show, but my bankroll look like a rapper. Tell him if you five, but homies like run the road. Smoking that drug, got a nigga on clock now. That little bitch a freak. She want me to tag on my belt when I spank her. I need that bitch for my jeans. I keep like 50 my jeans. I try too hard, make a little nigga move out. Really put shit on the map. I turn the boss to a work. Travel too hard, make a little nigga move out. Smoking that drug, got a nigga on clock now. Driving too fast, never crash my whip. Smoking on gas, I'm smoking on platinum. When I start rolling, I stack the money, yeah, I like how I add it. One take Roddy, one take T, one take Roddy, one take.
All right. So this one right here, a few things, right? I do feel like if you did this with much conviction, right? If you came at this like I'm the best rapper on the freaking planet, right? Get in there with a more aggressive kind of energy and confidence with how you're rapping it would be on a better sort of kill or whatnot. But how you were performing it did feel a little bit more monotone and boring, right? It didn't feel like you were performing your record, but you know, just kind of saying it, like as if in that moment where you just wrote down everything and then you're looking at it while you're reading and just trying to see how well it flows together or whatnot, but then your engineer accidentally pressed record anyway and you're like, well, fuck it, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you didn't do it. You got to come at it like for real, for real. The other thing is, man, we got to get this generation of artists out of punching in so much, right? Think about it like this. There are a lot of us out there who, if you have 100% score when you start the record, everything that you do, every mistake that you make, we take off 5 to like 10 points, right? And how much you end up with in the beginning, you know, really solidifies how dope of an artist or lack thereof that you are, right? So one of those things is if you are too repetitive, if you are boring and we don't feel like you believe what you're saying in some cases. If you are punching in too much, it feels like you don't know the song that you're making yet, and you're just basically putting it together as you go, and then eventually there's what you feel like is a full record, but mostly it'll feel very disjointed for like every artist who we've heard who's done that, right? We want to feel like you know the song that you're getting into. When a punch in even happens, it should be something that is strategic, that does feel like, all right, I built this part in so the crowd could say it, or my hype man or whatever. You want to keep things in a perspective where, like, shoot, like him and Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star, when they go and perform, and like Spliff is like one of the best hype mans ever because he knows Busta's whole song in and out. Busta could decide not to say any word that he wants. Spliff will be right there to freaking take over. Busta could be like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom right quick. Spliff literally can do the rest of the freaking set. That is how dope that he is. Not everybody's gonna have that type of hype, man, right? But you still want to think about that. Like, if we're hearing you punch in, it should be like another artist or somebody else saying the line and then you coming back in, because we don't want to feel like you're unprepared, right? So if anything, look, go ahead, perform, like put together the songs how you want, right? Let's say if you go in, you punching a lot, you still have to re-record the record with the performance version so that we can get a better, like, after you know every word that you're gonna say, it's gonna let you come at the song with even more confidence, parts that are better with the timing, because you're not like, oh, let me stop here and then think about the next line and then come in with that next line. And like, there's a proper way to do things so people start saying, oh man, he's sliding that shit. Like, that's how you get that kind of comment. It's people seeing that you're not only confident in what you're saying, how you're saying it, but that you're prepared with it. We often want to see the performance we're gonna get if you were in a label meeting or if you were at the radio station and they let you perform the song, you know, just the beat and you. What is that gonna be? Put that forth and we shall eat a cheese sandwich. We got some Dorky Don't Play That, and then Smooth was like, nah. He just said, nah. All right, man. Next up, we got Bino Skyway with Holy Pipi. Or Holy Pepe? Holy Pepe. Let's help you do better.
I walk in the mind of Enlil, breathe in the body of Yahweh. Foundation, I built it on Jesus West. See theory, you wisdom in God language. I forbid the practice of paganism. I stand up against his great rebellion. Too many realms in spiritual warfare. You might get trapped for denominating. Abba got me by the Psalms of knowledge spoken through David. In the presence of God, I overcame temptations. Many relentless assaults given off by Satan. Cause pride and ego can coexist. I gave myself to prayer. Sound wisdom pierced the veil. I blew hurts and affliction. Broken down to my lowest self. I went beyond recognition. It's a thin line in between suicide and ascension. God restored my soul in the places I lost passion. New moon with the shofar. I'm prepared for battle. In Ruach Elohim, it's me, God, in the gravel. A star seed in its brightest form is the chosen ones who planted. A forbidden treasure once hindered. I found buried in the flesh with a heartbeat to reciprocate. True wealth of a chest. It's more life after sin, and it's more life after death. I walk in the mind of Enlil, breathe in the body of Yahweh. I build my foundation on Jesus West. Etherealism in God language. I forbid the practice of paganism. I stand up against his great rebellion. Too many realms in spiritual warfare. You might get trapped for denominating. I vibrate through stillness to the echoes of my soul. Lay the skeleton south.
Vocal came down just
Cast
a
my
little
head
bit.
against stone. To the north, Jacob's ladder. Elohim, let it snow. God, open up the now. Allow my energy to flow. I decoded betrayals. Filling my spiritual cup. Water monkey broke the matrix. Great discernment and patience. The Truman Show, I escaped it. I'm watched over by angels. I've been granted with amnesty. Lord, got my sword in your precepts. In the armor of God, I rebuke the works of iniquity. Touch not my anointing. Speak a holy decree. Oh Lord, to fight against those who fight against me. They are for chaos and I am for peace. I don't do unto others, I don't want done to me. No weapon shall prosper that's formed against me. No place for your risen when God hold the keys. No place for your risen when God hold the keys. No place for your risen when God hold the key. Abba, rivers of water run down from my eyes because men do not keep your law.
What do you guys think about that? So I almost hit that button. But like 5 seconds in, I almost hit that button. Well, not 5 seconds in, but like when you started rapping, right? Because I was trying to figure out what type of artist you were and whether you were more of a spoof kind of rapper or an artist that was really trying to get in there, right? As the song went on, you know, it is something that you had a little bit of a structure to, something that I could tell you wanted to be real, but there is, I think, still a little bit more that could happen. There are a lot of parts that are predictable in terms of, well, again, where you go and then some of that structure. I think structure is best organized into like the chorus, right? Structure is having a chorus, something that we go in between verses, you know, within there, and then you doing something different with the verses as things go in. If we start to get real familiar of sort of like where you're gonna go, I feel like you know, it allows our mind to kind of like doze off a little bit more or whatnot, right? Then there's another element though, like I feel like that kind of beat deserves a like melodic kind of chorus, but like with a like a rock kind of singer or something like that on it. I don't know. I don't know if that would be a good or bad match for some of you guys, but there we die, rushed again. And then no disrespect, but Chelino was asking if you were like half deaf or whatnot, you know, potentially because of the tone and how, you know, you're rapping or whatnot. And he said, play mom for misdemeanor leads to that. How do you know she's still here, bro? How do you know she's still here? And also, you're in a line with everybody else or whatnot. You know, you've been here a cajillion times. And you know that the only way for you to go ahead of other people is to skip that line, my brother. And so, you know, when we get to it, we will play it, but respect others. And as we get in, what up, Jordo? What is up, Jordo? Hey. Did you even send it to our... See?
Kill this shit.
That's the problem. You didn't even send it to our Narrow, bro. You gotta respect the process if you're gonna submit.
I've been going up, I've been ready for shit that nobody could get you ready for. I'm looking at your body, I adore. I'm clueless of loving, but not no more. Put the lights out. Cause a nigga like me just really turn it on. And I'm in the fucking mic, I'm about to turn it on. But you keep playing with a nigga, I'm about to turn you on right now. But now we staring at each other in this party. You had me fucked up off this liquor, I'm going retarded. Now I don't even know how to keep shit cool, cause I'm looking at you. And now you got your friends just staring at me, but I'm trying to play cool. No, but now my heart is beating like twice. But now you got me in this shit like thin ice. I've been just sliding, but I don't know how to cope with shit that you bring to my table. Since I gotta be able to let go of loving, to let go of loving, to let go of loving.
Harmonization and everything on this.
So I don't fall for your love, I fall for somebody. But now you're asking, girl, for too much. I'd rather not love nobody, cause I feel like I need some love. Don't get mad, I ain't pick you, man, your request is too much. But baby girl, I've been on talking. Listen. But now you tell me that I'm flocking. And I've been ready.
I'm surprised that he still came in here.
But I can never be satisfied with your love. Cause I know my potential with love. I do.
Kill this shit.
You're not the one for my love.
All right, big freaking salute. What do you guys think about that? All right, listen. I thought you did a really good job with the melodies, the overall feel of the record. Right, we always get more of an R&B kind of centric sound with the, of course, you know, auto-tune, you know, element within. There's always gonna be those that are gonna want to hear what you can do without the effects like auto-tune, right? So the Tiny Desk is something that you do need to prepare yourself for in the near future, just to see how that would sound. But in terms of artists who use it, I thought that you sounded decent. And One element that I've always been trying to get more and more artists to think about, you used within the record, which is harmonization. So for those who don't know, it's when you go in and you sing maybe a few layers in a certain line or so, and you sing in a different tone though with some of the other ones. So one tone is a lower, kind of melody, and then you might have a higher one at the same time, same words, but something that kind of sounds decent. It also allows you to have a reason for backup singers when you're doing your performances, right? Because then you have that other person back there sort of going in, taking care of that other tone. We would rather have real people on stage than you using your record and singing to that. Always know that. Always go through a checklist of items, of things that, like, if I want to look more professional, if I want people to feel like they should have paid to be here to watch me, what are the elements that I can bring to the table, right? The less amount of those things, or the less professional amount of those things, will often put you at a different view in the people who are watching you. Those who perform to their records, they look at everyone like they're unprepared. No matter how good you are, you're competing with your own song playing at the same time, right? When you do that. Instrumental was a little bit better. We just hear the beat, we hear you, we hear the talent that you have, and there's still something dope there, right? But if you have a band, if you have live instruments, people really playing the things up there, now you're giving people an experience and something that, they don't know whether or not you're gonna do that again at another performance. You may up the ante and bring in violins and trumpets and all this extra stuff or whatnot, but mostly you want to think about those elements in different places. It's 2 minutes and 57 seconds, almost hit that 3-minute mark, so not bad. And let me see, you said my phone blocks all links, all bad ones. Well, this is not bad. Here, let me reply to your email with the thing, right? And like, let me let people know. Oh my goodness. Let me reply, and then you should be able to go to it via that. I don't know what's freaking going, but like, you gotta respect the process, right? So we take the submissions from Nero, right? Anytime people come to the show now, you send there when I'm live, and you're actually able to see the lineup where you're at. You're able to skip from there very easily via one of the many methods. Like I have buttons that you can basically press and add those or whatnot. But even if you've sent it in another way, I can turn it into a skip, via the lineup, and people will know what's playing. Most importantly, you always want people to know what is playing while we are playing it. And so I want you to get used to the method of at least putting it in there, whether you get in the free line or you send a skip or whatnot. And let me see. And what do you say? Is this a rich house thing? My money, don't spend it. No, it is not a rich house thing, man. Just get yourself in that line. Get yourself in that line so I can basically bring it up as a skip. You know what I'm saying? That way people know what's playing. Otherwise, it'll still say the current song that we just played right now. It'll still say we're playing that while your song is playing, and that'll confuse people. So hopefully, but as soon as you put it in, we'll throw it on in and stuff. I know you sent a skip. That last one was Martin Hill's with Let Go. So if you like, make sure you follow. We have Oregonomics with Addicted to Emotions. Addicted to emotions, it's true.
Don't just take classes, take charge.
Don't just take classes, take classes. What? That's crazy, lady. Good morning. Well, it's 7:33 p.m. over here. What time is it for you?
You're addicted to emotions, it's true. Doesn't leave a fella much to do. I could cry over you, but you're addicted to emotions, it's true.
Said almost 6 p.m.
You always try your best
Good morning.
to justify why life is a mess. Blame others instead of seeing through.
What up, Flip?
Addicted to emotions, it's true.
Come on, everybody. Hey.
No matter what cops tells you, you're addicted, it's true. Doesn't leave much room in your head or your bed, since you are addicted to emotions, it's true. You wonder why no one sees your way. Friends, family, or therapy. No one sees you the way you do. 'Cause you're addicted to emotions, it's true. You're addicted to emotions, it's true. Doesn't leave a fella much to do. I could cry over you.
I got you, Chelino.
Addicted to emotions,
there you go.
It's true.
Bam. All right, there we go. Thank you for taking the time, by the way, Chelino. Shout out to Reaganomics on this. I consider this record a classic, at least from the standpoint of as many times as we've heard it from Reaganomics. And also from the standpoint of like how old it sounds, right? It's new. It's not an old record. But that's one of the abilities that he's had with records on that project. Like a lot of songs that feel like they could have came out in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to an extent. And I appreciate that range, right? Because it means that you really like music and can work with a multitude of artists and singers and different things like that. Videos are still something that, like, so far you've made more like claymation or puppets or different things like that, but like with things like this, I think with most songs we do want to see the artist, and hopefully being able to connect with you, and that, because that's the next step to wanting to see you live, is at least knowing what you look like, and then the fame building toward people recognizing you for what you do and what they love about that. Now, I do get a certain level of the population, including artists, being more subconscious and not always wanting to take pictures and do visual content and videos and things like that. But I mean, we have to pick and choose truly what we want to be perceived as. If we're only going to be radio star, more or less, right? If we think about the days before music videos existed and everything was just like you hear them on the radio and then you decide to go see them live from that. If we have to look at it like that, so be it, but we don't have a name for that yet. And just like, you know, I guess what you would say is just like a studio artist kind of thing, but I have much faith in you guys figuring things out. There's still that part of me that does not want you to go the route of AI when it comes to visuals either. At least fully AI, no human elements in the video type shit. That doesn't mean, oh, your likeness just needs to be that. I'm saying I would prefer a video where everything that you're seeing of the actual artist is there, right? So their movements, them actually being in the spot, and then if you want to use CGI around that, I'm fine. Like, I have no problem with that. It's when the artists or even the music in some cases are fully AI, and then we just feel like, well, what's real? Like, I don't want to have to guess what's real about a song or you know, video, and like if the artist even got out of their bed to go do it and stuff like that. Like, it makes it doper when there's a level of artistry at every level of what you do, and when there's something that you can really have a conversation about. So at the end of the day, think about that, right? Let's say you let somebody else do an AI video for your thing. They just kind of put it together, and then, you know, you kind of watch it, you like the elements or whatnot, and then you kind of go out there, and when you're being interviewed, if they're asking you legit, like, so what was it like making the video, right? What do you say at that point? Because you didn't necessarily make the video, you weren't there during the editing process, you probably didn't have anything to do with half of the elements that we see within it. Okay, I'll go. He's like, play the freaking record. Okay, I got it. Relax.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because.
Okay. All right. Is the song called Ricky Horny, or is it? We'll see. We'll see. Hold on. Let me bring this video up. Do I want to bring the video up? Let me see. Unofficial PTL clips.
Ricky Horny, Ricky Horny.
Why this specific song?
Ricky Horny, Ricky Horny.
They call me Ricky Horny. They call me Ricky Horny. That's right. They call me Ricky Horny. They call me Ricky Horny. They call me Ricky Horny. That's right. They call me Ricky Horny.
So I know at least one comment in the chat is gonna be like, this is what they would have played at the Diddy party.
Ricky Horny, Ricky Horny.
Did you? What they would have played at the Diddy party?
Ricky Horny, Ricky Horny. Ricky Horny, Ricky Horny.
You did faxy shit. Sometimes I don't really with the rapping shit. I don't even really know what the rapping with. Sometimes I really do with my hats, and it's cool when I don't know what the hell to do when I'm gonna take a photo. There's another time when you go up on the dance floor when you see everybody wearing freaking no clothes. You're like, Ricky Horny, like, what the hell is happening? You know, an artist told me, like, people know that. I don't know what the hell, what is corny. Put this in. What's your vote? John Wick, Blade, the next Blade movie, Superbad, the next Superbad. I feel like this could have been in Jackass if they wanted to do it. Party guy. I'm the party guy. Ricky Horny, get a little time in the north of the What about Rick and Morty?
Jeez. What kind of party did we go into? The kind that we...
the kind that we love. Oh my goodness. He said, oh hey.
Why in the fuck is this playing 4 times in a fucking row?
Because they call me Ricky Horton. R-I-C-K-Y-H-Y-R-I-C-K-Y looking for me.
What the fuck? All right, so interesting record nonetheless, man. And like, I knew I did something stupid right there, man. I couldn't put this in the right freaking way. I'm just over there the whole time. So I feel like it's not something that is made to take seriously, right? It's more of a something with a comedic aspect, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a meme record, but in a different genre, more or less. That does also double as music that could be within that kind of EDM, you know, and sometimes, yeah, I know Chelito don't like me to say EDM, but you know, those genres, just the genres that are more based in like drum and bass, EDM, dubstep, where there's not necessarily an artist rapping and singing and like I'm thinking of a whole full concept for the song. It's more production. Let me take this vocal, do a little some with it, and bring it there. But I feel like it would be best suited in like some of the comedic kind of films or whatnot, right? For sure. Like just thinking about the Superbad gang ending up in some party. You know, maybe they went to the wrong address. They went to the wrong address for the party at first, and then you know the party is like a Diddy party or something like that, and then they hear that music playing, right? Perfect. Then you think about fighting films, like something like a Deadpool would be hilarious with that. I thought about Blade, but then I feel like, again, unless they wanted to add like, you know, a bit of comedicness to the scene, they probably wouldn't put it. But you know, I could still see a fight scene taking place within the confines or whatnot. TPO, what up, dog? Let me see. And then Rick and Morty, man. Rick and Morty for sure. They're definitely liable to get in there on stuff like that, and you know, and to embrace it. And I think people like that could just be a video on Adult Swim itself, and it just makes sense, right? So if you get the level of, you know, of comedy within, and as I said, if you're not judging it as the standard kind of songs in the certain lane, I think you can see the kind of potential within there. But then also like the what the yeah, let me see, where is Z? You said, I hope the creator enjoys the process making this, man. Hey, listen, that's what we hope with any creator, period. Right? Anybody who is in music, whether it's production, being a musician, or being an artist, like it's fun to really get in there and write and make the songs that we do. Even more when you are able to make a lot of what we hear, and of course we'll get into more of those conversations as we go on and stuff. But let me go ahead and jump back in the lineup. We have Sail to Geeked with Really Up.
Yeah, there go. Wake up in the morning, but I'm sleep, cause I ain't really up. I've been in that street, keep it peak, gotta make that million up. And man, these niggas lame, they on my name, ain't you in jealous on? And don't you got a kid, and bitch you broke, you can't make Bella song. Saying that's your hoe, she in my house, she sucking dick. When I'm tryna stack my pages, count my cho on all of it. And I'm in that field for real, I'm clutching still, I'm in that mode again. And God, I'm so for real, can you forgive me, Lord? I know I said before I gotta spin, I'll pop a 10, I don't know where I'm at. It's happy office and on high again, I don't know how to act. Posted up with demons, catch your ass, you getting walked. That 223, that bitch be beaming, knock a nigga out his sock. Wake up in the morning, but I'm sleep, cause I ain't really up. I've been in that street, keep it peak, gotta make that million up. And man, these niggas lame, they on my name, ain't you in jealous on? And don't you got a kid, and bitch you broke, you can't make Bella song. Wake up in the morning, but I'm sleep, cause I ain't really up. I've been in that street, keep it peak, gotta make that million up. And man, these niggas lame, they on my name, ain't you in jealous on? And don't you got a kid, and bitch you broke, you can't make Bella song. We hopping out with sticks, on his ass, on that demon time. This bitch be sucking dick, throwing ass, I must be dreaming her. I'm done with all these niggas dissing, no they ain't finna slide. Why you ain't get back for your man? I might just roll that little 3-5. If he dissing on my fucking brother, hand his ass to bill. I heard you dissing on my fucking game, just know you getting dealt. Wake up in the morning, but I'm sleep, cause I ain't really up. I've been in that street, keep it peak, gotta make that million up. And man, these niggas lame, they on my name, ain't you in jealous on? And don't you got a kid, and bitch you broke, you can't make Bella song. Wake up in the morning, but I'm sleep, cause I ain't really up. I've been in that street, keep it peak, gotta make that million up. And man, these niggas lame, they on my name, ain't you in jealous on? And don't you got a kid, and bitch you broke, you can't make Bella song.
Appreciate the two verses, and sometimes even if he can somehow die and pick it split in half and then put in the two verses, and sometimes you do perfect jobs. What do you guys think about that one? If you need no feedback, is welcome. We have 2 minutes and 4 seconds of record with that, right? He got in there, he did his thing. I see what's up. I appreciate that. You know, because more or less we'll hear artists within your lane and they'll get in one verse, one chorus, they're out, right? More than that from you guys is a privilege, and it's something that I always talk about on the show. I feel like the more time we can give the audience, the better, because really, people often only have, like, time is basically the currency today, right? So if they decide to stick around and listen to what you have and then potentially want to hear more, you may get them that way. In other cases, man, I've waited for like 4 songs from an artist before I officially start checking them out myself, kind of thing, right? And it'll be like on Spotify or Pandora Radio, and I'm just like listening to a custom station. Some will come on that I like, and again, you go in, you hit the thumbs up, tell the algorithm basically that you like the song or whatnot, and then the more that you hear stuff that you like, when you interact with it, the algorithm knows to play and show you more of that kind of stuff. So often you'll hear that artist again, and then if you notice, oh snaps, that's that artist too, damn, I must like a lot of their stuff, let me go check out this album, and see if there's something. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh snaps, I've heard their stuff before, like back in the day, and they made this song or whatever. Like, but often more time gives people I think more ability to see you do more on a record, as opposed to just doing one thing and then you're out, and then you basically just saying that the only way we can hear more is if we play the same verse again. Like, nah, we want to see more of what you can do Of course, there's always that part of me that talks about, you know, elements where we may punch in certain places. I always feel like, you know, punch in when you're writing or coming up with a record if you want, but perform it when you're really recording it, right? Look at any first version that you do. Like if you're at home kind of coming up with the song and you're just kind of, because of that comfortability, you're punching in, perform like you would at the studio, right? I don't imagine most people go to the studio and kind of like just sit there and don't know what they're gonna do. Like you're paying for that time. So if you're professional with it and you know what you're gonna put on it, like imagine the kind of performance that you can give. I feel like there's always gonna be a little bit more confidence in there, and just more of a feeling of you having fun doing what you do. Did you ever check out Wild Card? We did not yet. Are there records that you haven't sent to the show from the album? I assumed you checked. You had sent. I assumed you sent everything. Because you were very consistent with that.
Cause you were like, here, check this. Here, check this. Here, check it.
And it said, good night. Okay, hold on. What did you say? How? Is because we're on YouTube too. Which you're making me have to say. TikTok don't like us promoting other platforms and stuff, but fuck it. We got Smooth One, LJ, Level Up. Smooth One, LJ, Level Up. Yeah, there. Let me give you a follow as well. You said, let's continue. Let's continue. S'il vous plaît. It's like, what the hell? I'm waiting for the record to load up. If you would oblige me, Smooth. I think whatever you sent me just keeps leading me back to Narrow. So you might have accidentally put the Narrow link in your thing. So you might have to send something different. I'll let you get back in the line and I'll put you back to the front when you get your thing in. Black Boy Spook. Wake him up. You think it's gonna be straight rap or melodic? What y'all think? Cause you can do that.
Wake 'em up. I think they sleeping on me. Count cash, blow a bag. I'm bad all of that. Live fast, do the dash. I'm bad all of that. Hit the trap, make it happen. I'm bad all of that. Ain't just capping. I'm bad action. I'm bad all of that. They let me wake 'em up. Lord, don't know what they think me for. I'm just like a barber, get out of line, and we got the clippers to shape 'em up. We got the loads of the flavors coming. Yeah, the one with the labels on. They come with garbage, just like a lighter. If we tell them come, just pick a number. Yeah, that's spook. Yeah, the 1 out of 2. Yeah, I can't lie, you the truth. My shooters, they shoot. Shit, if I send them at you, they not the nose off a moose. Don't lie to these niggas. I'm better than a lot of these niggas. They fly in the sky to these niggas. Serving hello and goodbye to these niggas. I'm on their neck like a tie to these niggas. Hold up real quick, let me switch it up. I was down bad, had to pick it up. I had to focus, give me some motion, stab me some deads to leave it up. Nigga, stop asking where your bitch at, cause you will never ever get your bitch back. And how you got features on top of features, damn, and still ain't got a hit yet. Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up.
Okay, this might need to be.
Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up.
Everybody.
Wake 'em up, I think they sleeping on me. Count cash, blow a bag, I'm bad all of that. Live fast, do the dash, I'm bad all of that. Hit the trap, make it happen, I'm bad all of that. Ain't just capping, I'm bad action, I'm bad all of that. Wait, this is a killer state. Emotions who trap out of renovation. And most of these rappers get juice for a second. A lot of these niggas is men to make. Can't ride every day for a dinner plate. But we never eat at the dinner table. That's on my mama, I'm Willy Wonka. Yeah, little bitch, I got plenty flavor. SP to the double OK. mission like I'm double OJ. And I'm in the hood like the O's in between. A lot of these niggas we ain't never even seen. Ty had a voice on the bricks, what you mean? Really seen the whip it to a picture, make it sing. Take a hook shot to the rim like a ring. Show me that a bird that can fly with no wings. I bet they know, man, had the dope and fucking old before the rap. That's on my soul, or up this pole and paint it down like Doja Cat. Let it go, the new info, it came with a shoulder strap. Can't control it when you throw the rock and roll like Aerosmith. Wake 'em up, 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 wake 'em up. I think they sleeping on me. Wake 'em up, 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 wake 'em up. I think they sleeping on me. Count gas, blow back.
For some of you guys, if we've already played, if we've already played you guys, you guys didn't skip for a second submission. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm about to do, but I'm gonna leave the door freaking open. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say, but you know what, just go get the weed that I'm smoking. And sometimes I don't even... What do you guys think about that? I like that. That was a dope flip in terms of that beat, right? Everybody remembers that from Uchi Wally. Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang, Uchi Wally Wally. And I liked it then, I like it now, right? This is probably, I know that it's been done, you know, like one other time before. I just can't remember the other time that I heard it, right? But this one actually is fairly decent, right? Now, it is still more or less of a tight beat, right? Like, we expect that exact drum pattern for that. Like, there are certain, like, realms, right? Where you want to throw it into drill or trap or anything like that. And it's kind of just something in the drums, and then you take the sample to that different place and see how you would chop things up. But more or less, I feel like everything was top notch on this record. He had bars throughout, like he's not just saying anything, which is very important, right? The difference between a rapper that says anything and then the artists that are still trying to impress the listener and the artist is everything, because you bring a level of respect with you from those that would otherwise, you know, be like, nah, this trash or whatnot. When they can see you like really taking it seriously, like they're going to have that appreciation. You had a good energy on it. You had a catchy chorus. So there's a little bit of a structure there. And last but not least, what was that? 3 minutes and 23 seconds, man. Let's go ahead. 3 minutes, y'all. Told y'all. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that was definitely proper. Let me see what you were saying. I appreciate the love, man. Listen, keep doing your thing. Like, look, all I ever ask is every time you get on a record, all right? This is for every artist in the building right now. Every time you get on the record from this point forth, kill it. Act like it's the only record that people are going to hear. Every record that you make should feel like your last record, and something that is going toward official album in stores right next to your favorite artist. Do every song, every verse as if your favorite artist is getting on that same record with you, like within a week or so or whatnot, right? So truly think about everything that you spit, the way that you come at songs. And try to top yourself every time, right? Every record, every album. What can I say this time? What can I do that I haven't already done? And how can I elevate? Can I go with a different theme, a different sound? You know, that's how you start becoming a little bit of a legend and showing people the consistency that you have down the line. Also doing features with many artists and again, doing your job there, showing that you can work with a lot of different people. That always does that as well. You said I'm from South Carolina. That's what's up. Represent, man. And then what were you saying? Did you say, you said hi-hats, and then you just put a you said hi-hats, and then you just put an emoji of a hat, which I don't know what it tells me. So do you just do songs or do you peep beats too? Yeah, we do beats. We do songs, beats, videos. Sicko ENT, man, long time no see. Glad to see you are here and alive. What's good? Send your record or submission to our show, man. We take all submissions via the Narrow now. But as a reminder, if you have already had your song played on the show, now the rule that I have is basically if I've already played your full record, you didn't get a Dorky Don't Play That and us cutting your song short because maybe there was something wrong with it or something like that. Your free song of the day is basically taken care of. Anything extra would have to be a paid submission, a skip. So keep that in mind. So anybody that I do see that is still, that basically tries to resend, if I already recognize you know, your name, I'm just gonna take it out of line. Just know, make sure that it's a skip if you're going to resubmit, so we can get you in there the proper way. Now let me see what we have here. What does this do? Hold on real quick. I don't know if I need to go back. It's gonna be a little bit too much. Hold on. Line is gonna look weird to some of you guys in a second. That's because I'm trying to check something. I'm trying to check. Then I'm gonna go forward again. All right. All right, so we should be good then. There you go. Let me catch us back up. All right, almost there. Smooth, Block Boy, Spook, and then, all right, so Jordo with back door closed. Rate this one in the chat.
Turn up on the ass. Yeah.
I've been patiently waiting for my track to get reviewed, and I just wanna come through and send you a preview.
Alright, flashing by how they smooth. Hit his head, I don't think he can move. Thought her wanna flip pop a perk and get groove. Can't walk out the house if I ain't got the two. Nigga flash, nigga gun, he got budget to do. Saying shit too, make a big nigga move. She throw ass at the party, a hell of a boot. Half these jewels get moved, no Judy. Pop out with the bros, now these hoes being good. I'm doing shit bad, niggas might have to shoot. I ain't pipe with the jeans and I'm rocking Kasuit. Try to go on the 2-hole, plugging and blue. Smoking these wood, cheap, cute, no losing. Get shot in the face if you think you gon' do me. This hoe think it fuck, so I tell her to boot. Bushing, I just spent 10 on the mirror. You done for my pain, so I know you don't hear me. Bumped up the kid, finna buy some new jewelry. So this hoe, I got money, she do to say period. Smashing the gas, tryna see if I hear it. Got shot in the bed, now the dog tryna cure it. Nigga did fool me, now they rest my lip. Hit the gas and I run to the dishes, you serious. Tell the alcohol, make him look out the rear. But I might pull on side and make sure he don't stretch. Hit the hoe for the bait, tryna make him come near. Nigga plugging the plan, but they not showing fear. He got shot in the leg, think he drunk out the beer. Tried to aim for the head, but I'm out off for ear. Drake ain't too hard, now I barely can hear it. Get too hard, the zin, I might let out a tear.
And then we
top the fashion by saw they smooth.
And then we played this one.
I don't wanna flip pop a perk and get good.
Didn't we?
Walk out the house if I ain't got the tool. Nigga flashing they gun and got butt there to do. Same shit too, make a big nigga move. She throw ass at the party, it's the hell of the booty. Yeah.
When I try to figure it out, I don't know what the heck to freaking do. And other times I don't know what they say, but I don't really think what to speak to you. When there's a lot of freaking people that won't even go play the freaking video game, I don't want to be able to freaking say that. All right, so there's just a little bit of a beat here, and he just stopped, but he could keep going. I think we need more, and then when it comes to like way more syllables and words that you can say on your records, you need to read more. Like people been doing these dope records like before freaking. I know that. Let me stop. All right, so I mean, it was okay, right? It's not finished. In my eyes, I feel like you can definitely do a lot more, right? We're gonna talk about wanting you to really try to get more aggression, more energy in there, right? Sometimes there are certain records where it's okay to use a more like nonchalant, I'm rolling a blunt kind of freaking energy and style, right? But I feel like those beats do need to have kind of less going on, more or less. There are some beats that are a little bit more hype and then kind of get you in that mood to, you know, want to jump up and down, throw a bottle over somebody's head, or like right on your ops or something like that, right? It gives you that feeling mindset. But then if the artist is very minimal with their energy and monotone, then it'll feel like I usually say it's like a ski mask style, more or less, right? When an artist, no, not when an artist, when someone wants to rob somebody without waking them up, so they want to be respectful, so but they still want to rap they shit while they doing it, and so you use the certain energy where it's more like you're talking. Or, you know, if I'm not mistaken, as I said, I think we had played it earlier. We might have hit a Dorky Don't Play It or something like that, because there was just a lot of minimal aspects going on. And from what I can recall, I think I remember saying it felt like you were reading the record, and your homie still pressed record anyways. And then you said, well, fuck it, we'll just keep that. You know, like think about every word that you said, and if you come at it like you making a diss record to someone and really trying to make them, you know, feel how serious it is. If you just say what you're saying, it's gonna be more like you just coasting on through. And you know, again, that's fine for others you want to coast on through. But I feel like there are certain artists who do want their songs to be the soundtrack of certain things specifically, right? So you almost have a theme in your head that you go forth. We must make sure that there's no discrepancy between the performance that we give and what we're trying to say, and then even the beat selection and stuff. See, Big Dizzy had said, he said, I don't know, it's boring, wasn't feeling this one. And yeah, I mean, again, energy can really come up. Energy can fully come up, and you know, show people how much again, treat your records as if no let me backtrack that, because I have said this other thing before, but perform on the song as if you're performing for executives in a label meeting, right? They're saying, why should we sign you? Show us what you can do. And all they're saying is basically, you know, yeah, you can do what you want, but perform one of your songs and stuff like that, you know, pull out the thing and the instrumental, and then, you know, do what you gotta do. You have to figure out and decipher what song would even be the best one to do, you know, in that scenario. And I feel like when you guys are introducing yourself to us all, you know, and all the different review shows, you definitely should have an introduction song in mind. Like, okay, I'm gonna always send this one first and kind of feel things out and go from there. The right order will, I think, put you on the right path more immediately. The wrong order will kind of not have people see like your vision, right? So sometimes you guys literally just make a record, it's freshly squeezed, so you want to send that new thing, but people don't know who you are. It's still good to see like how others are going to perceive you with your new stuff though. So I think all of it is still needed. We have Exhale with Get Low.
You gotta be loose schools, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta move, you know what I'm saying? You gotta motherfucking move, G, got your body, yeah. I say move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. I say move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. Walk up in the club with 100,000 on me, all the way from Florida to Louisiana, homie. I say move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. Little mama, what you said, huh? You like the way I do that right there, huh? Yeah, you say where you from, huh? I'm from Tampa, Florida, yeah, what we should now. It's just something about that sound, yeah, make my body move. It's just something about that sound, yeah, make my body move. Yeah, I move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. Yeah, I'm loose as a goose, no, don't get me started. Throwing all these hundreds on you like I'm retarded. Something like Kanye, I'm the life of the party. It's just something about that south that just make you wanna move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. And just move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm loose as a goose. When I'm off that Henny, yeah, I get a little crazy. When I'm off that Tron, yeah, I wanna get it on. When I'm off that Dawn, yeah, I go at the move. But I don't give a fuck, yeah, it's up in this club and I move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. And just move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. And just move, 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 move. Get up out my way, cause I'm about to get loose. Loose as a goose, no, don't get me started. Exhale, you know, he the life of the party. And just move, 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 move. Love the way she bounces, yeah, I love the way she just move, 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 move. Throwing all this honey, so you know I have
So I think the chorus is catchy, kind of grows on you over time a little bit. Beat is simple, but works for I think what you're trying to do within this. I feel like there will be certain people who they'll just always want like a little bit less auto-tune, and you are doing some melodies in there, so you know, I mean, usually it's a pet peeve of mine if you're not even singing anything and you're using it. There are certain effects that you can add to melodic records and records with auto-tune, like the perfect like delay and reverb that'll make it a little bit better. And then there are other melodies that I kind of did want you to dip your toe into, as opposed to staying kind of in the same comfort zone. And you know, that was something that didn't change often as much as it needed to. You know, again, once you start to become a little bit more predictable, you lose ground with some of the listeners, and you know, they often want to see like how many ways you can come at a record, more or less. I think you should add a female rapper to this track as well. I think that would be something dope. Someone in between, like a Mia X meets Gangsta Boo kind of style, you know what I'm saying? What do you say? Seems like it's a lot of chorus or whatnot, right? Listen, he brought it back. So often what you could do is, for like when you're dropping the chorus towards the end of the song, you're allowed to have it be like a 16 instead of just the 8 when it comes to that. Like you can basically double it, and that's your chance to go in, do some more ad-libs and talking and other melodic sections and things like that. But it's always up to the artist and their creativity, and hopefully like if they have someone who's engineering them, like they inspire them to want to do a little bit more. TPO said 5.5 beat is too repetitive, but I do understand what he's trying to do. And then what do you say? Please review my new song and music video. You have to send it to our Nero and get in the line. It's pinned to the chat, or head to that link, send your submission in the line up, and it is simply a thing of you doing it. Alright, so this is Foxy No Money Diplomatic Community. He said trying something different.
What you doing differently? A lot of times I wanna rap and spit up on a different beat. Like people also know that I don't even know what this is. We can freaking tell me that I can go freaking tell the Mrs. E. Let me go up in it. I know that there's a lot of people who like cash money and others who just like no limit. So when you saw the verses, there's a lot of people who wanna freaking rap up on this beat, but only I can do it perfect. Listen, dog, I'm about to get it though. Like, dog, I ain't really that pitiful. It's freaking me, you know what, man? I'm lyrical. Like, this is so freaking cool when I know that I don't know what would happen if it was really dark. You think that Chris would glow? Like, this isn't Christmas, bro. It's always another holiday. Y'all don't know if y'all gonna say or go outside in hallways and... Let me stop. I like this. This beat is epic, bro.
This beat is really epic. It don't freaking matter who LL Cool J slept with. People also wondering like how many weapons does an artist have, and people always take an artist freaking from somewhere and get an artist back, cause every artist whack, they don't know how to freaking spit. It's freaking cool. I don't know how the heck that I'm even legit, but when it comes to freaking rapping, there's no way I'm gonna quit. I do this every single day. I'm freaking over here and sitting down and ripping this. People also like, I don't know why I'm on my Christmas list, about to freaking give me this or something. I don't know. I am here just really rapping and doing shit. People are like, nah nigga, give this homie to Ludacris, man. You know that he could do it. I know that there's no way that freaking Ant-Man is the freaking side nigga where he can move shit. He's like really small, but yet somehow can pop you in the freaking head. I don't even like know if he would lock you in a lot of things. That there's the time for people know that don't freaking know what to pop do. Let me stop. I gotta go, cause my nose is leaking and people they know this weekend. They know it leaking. Also know that smoke when I know that weed's in freaking sight of the whole blunt that I know that I'm about to smoke this weekend. What's your wish list of artists? Bring it back now. Oh my gosh, this section, that's a whole different thing. Like I could have still rapped in that part too. So I like this. I didn't expect it to be a beat, so I was kind of way off guard there. But I like it because it doesn't feel like it's a tight beat, man. We're in an era where like I feel like we hear the same like 10 beats, the same 10 tight beats every like maybe 5 songs or so, right? Where artists get in one very specific lane, they use a very specific way of rapping to it, and they all kind of take the same approach, right? And what matters is when people pick something different and then they allow themselves to channel a different version of themselves on that beat. And it's something like this, whether it's an artist that would rap fast or to go in there lyrically and you know just kill it in some of the best ways, man. Like I have my own wish list of artists that I would hope would hit that up. And when you called it diplomatic immunity, immediately I start thinking like Dipset, Cameron, J.R. Ryder, Joel Santana, Jim. You know, I think that sort of stable. My mind wanted to know what Mystical might have sounded like if he was on it or an artist like that. Ludacris for sure. Like Luda's on pretty much every list because I know that he's that versatile. But who would you put on that, man? 3 minutes and 16 seconds of Beat It. You know, goes from the beginning all the way to the end, is very epic and sort of like the sounds that are utilized. I can only imagine this on a soundtrack as well. So that would be dope. Dipset. Yeah, listen. Did you dip? Did you set? Dipset. What do you say? Fucking fire, and I agree. Epic, great energy to the instrumental, right? Yeah. That's one. We could listen to that all. But matter of fact, let me run that back, and we just gonna enjoy it. What do you sample with that? I love like movie samples and stuff. Computers putin'. Like this makes me want to write to it. All in this freaking beat, you go fuck around. I love the artist, she can hear this and then get another sound. I love the freaking time when you know that it's finna go away and spin around in this bitch. Then I'ma have to jump around. I am so crazy that I will hump the ground and people like, okay, what? It's like that moment somebody dies in a movie. Oh no! Yeah, stuff like that. I feel like you added that one manually. You're like, let me add this little extra. Oh man. That's something that's hard, by the way. Knowing what sounds that you can add in addition to with a beat where you're sampling something else, right? And so you start to go add, should I throw a piano in here? Should I throw a violin kind of sound? You know, flute and different things like that. To know what sound works is a part of the skill of production as well. And then again, not adding too much, right? And I like the switch up of this for the full chorus. You said horrorcore? Could be.
Horrorcore. People got jobs where they go door to door. Sometimes freaking people love Marvel but never knew like what Thor was for. But sometimes freaking you know a smorgasbord is sometimes freaking the birth time. Like what is the birth rhymes? I don't even know what to do, but you know what? I am the dude that fucks moms. One bomber, survivor, your mama, Obama, conniver, scuba diver, I'm the man. Anyways, we know where it's gonna go. Love that beat, man.
Definitely something I think we would want to come back to, man. Good job. Wait, what did you say in there as well? Should read that off. I don't know if you had. I saw you said was trying something different. Oh no. Nothing too crazy. Big Bad Wolf freestyle IWT producer Wally. I'm a producer first. I don't usually rap, but I wanted to use this beat. It's all punching. Okay. Well, you know how critical we are of that. We'll just see, you know, how your energy and everything is, and how well, you know, what you wrote in addition to the production. Dosage for thoughts? Is that a
like the big bad wolf with them Belfort investments took me round this earth. I've been chain smoking, I can feel it earning. I've been burning all my earnings up. Look to the sky, I flip my whip, trying to wheel in the buy. I smoke this hookah wild, and I miss my black and miles, cause it's bands in each hand. I'm gambling off a half a Xan. It's alright, reach, Peyton Manning, throw all in like Jared Cannon. Air on my fist coming true when I wake up again next to you. When my brain been rotted from these pills, only thought I got left is to go out and kill. And my own flaws, they made me ill. And I'm a cheater, Tyree Hill. And that bitch need help, Dr. Phil. Got daddy issues like Peter Quill.
Give me some more melodies.
I don't know what you know about me.
Give me
but
some more.
Impede because I leave you 6 feet deep. And I don't know what I'm doing it for. I guess the ego always got me wanting more. And I don't know about you, but I know that look on your face. And I can tell that you've been spacing. Amphetamine pills, your saving grace. And I don't know about me, but I ain't even worried no more. But I'm terrified, it's an oxymoron. I take an oxy so I can get more done. Like the big bad wolf with them Belfort investments took me round this earth. I've been chain smoking, I can feel it earning. I've been burning all my earnings up. Look to the sky, I flip my whip, trying to wheel in the buy. I smoke this hookah wild, and I miss my black and miles, cause it's bands in each hand. I'm gambling off a half a Xan. It's alright.
I'm thinking of this as a folk or country record too, man.
Next to you, cold sweats come in like a damn typhoon.
That's what's crazy.
Didn't let it already ripping it. If you don't even really know if you listen to this, there's a lot of time where people don't listen to shit. They don't even really know what they're giving it. It's one of those songs where you probably would give it a 6, or freaking you don't even really know if you all on the mission and shit. Or
so honestly, I think there's potential in this. I think there's potential in this, but again, I'm gonna always want a little bit more variation when it comes to melodies and stuff that you do, right? Because I feel like people deserve to see more of what anyone can do. And if you get too comfortable where we know every place that you're gonna go, you know, most of like we know where you're going, and you just repeat that. That's not a good thing, right? Chorus, for the chorus, yes, but for the verses, that's your opportunity to impress people, to show them many things that you can do. I feel like, you know, there is a writer in you, because I was imagining it like as an actual like country record with someone that's, you know, a country singer or a folk singer on this, with live instruments and stuff like that, and it felt very authentic in that genre. So for something that you kind of just decided to make on your own, you know, you kind of made something that couldn't fit outside of the typical genre wise. And of course you have those two choices, right? So when you make a record like that, you can either release it as you, as I'm the artist, this is my record, you know, and you know, you're doing it like that, right? You can kind of sell the record to a bigger artist within, you know, the folk or country genre, get writers credits and production credits and stuff like that, you know, as a writer, but obviously not with your voice. Your other choice is for you to stay on it, but then to also add a country or folk singer in addition to solidify it in that genre, right? I feel like that's the perfect middle ground where you don't have to kind of duck out as the artist because we didn't not like what you were doing, you know what I'm saying? We just also can see where it can go with the, you know, other types of vocals to it as well. So you have the addition of those two things at the same time, then we are able to talk. But what do you guys think about that one? And sending out feedback is welcome, my friend. And then get your money right, prioritize, yo. Is it gonna start going? What'd you say? You said gonna start going all in on music. Just dropped the GF and have 600 songs on the back burner. Already making about 100 a month from streaming across all platforms. But man, I was tripping on this girl, you know what I'm saying? And get your money right and prioritize yourself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with with sharing it with someone, with having that special someone, and you know, like the thing is, man, relationships do sometimes come to those, you know, those conclusions, right? The difference is, I think every relationship is very different. Sometimes it takes longer for that to happen than others, and if you find the right person, it just doesn't happen, and you find, you know, common ground and with everything that you do. Like the goal is to find that person that does like you for you exactly as you are, that doesn't want to change you, that loves you for the whatever the things you like, and embrace the music that you make, and I mean, even more hard to find that person that's willing to be there when you're not up, you know, when you're trying to make it, when you have, you know, things that you're working on, and you know that it's gonna take, you know, a little bit of time or whatnot, but you can show that, you know, there is a way to actually make money at this if you know, put it in the right places, make sure that you're consistent in, you know, drops and marketing and just showing people that you love what you do, man. Dude, like I'll recommend, if you haven't already, Bandcamp. It's, you know, for me, when I dropped my last album, right, dropped it on 420, and then within 3 days, I made more money than I had made within 5 years of having my stuff on streaming platforms, right? This is the streaming game and trying to maximize the amount of people to stream something consistently. You know, I think is a game we were kind of tricked into, more or less, right? You've shown that you've at least been able to figure out that way to make, you know, something that does, you know, matter within that. But what I have found is that on Bandcamp, if you're as consistent with releases and basically can sell directly to the consumer and get paid the next day, like that is what was important, right? And like you can price your content pretty much whatever you want, right? I just put mine as, because it was dropping on 420, I wanted to be with the theme, so I just priced it for 420. And on top of that, I had gave out like hundreds of free codes for people to download it, right? But people have the option to donate something or more if they like what they hear, and it was an honor to see that many people willing to you know, and embrace what I did or whatnot. And so It does feel good to see those. Fans can leave like comments and stuff like that on the site. You can also sell merch there if you want. So it is just an extra thing that I would add on top. I've started to think about things in a little bit of a different way, because even like if they're gonna pay you a fraction of a penny for however many streams, you know, give them half of the song. You know, don't give them your full amount of work. Use it as it's basically kind of, it seems like it's more to promote the record, right? You know, so put promotional material out there. Put a snippet on the Spotifys and the bigger platforms, and then lead them to your Bandcamp, because whatever they actually pay, you basically are getting, you know, as much of that percentage and seeing it almost immediately, as opposed to having to wait like a week or until it makes, you know, $10 or something like that. You said, I guess I'll still try. Yeah, Bandcamp. Listen, it's not something like it's free. There's no cost for you to basically, like, you know, join it, and all you gotta do is, you know, join it, have your stuff to upload, make sure that you have the WAV files. Primarily they want the highest quality so that people can, you know, and embracing that, right? And you can put and add the metadata to all the records. And like I said, for people who really do want to support, knowing that whatever you put forth, that artist is going to get that money directly to their bank account. They'll be able to see it. If you put a comment there and like, yo, this was my favorite song, you killed this, whatever, you can talk basically directly to them and at least have that dialogue known. And what do you say? You can do both? Yeah. It's not like you can do one of the like, Bandcamp is kind of its own thing. You know, if you guys want to set up your own websites, like, by all means, freaking too, man. Anywhere you want to send people to, basically, that's gonna matter and really help you make even more of a living at it. I feel like we should always want to promote. We're getting into Bandcamp now. That's what's up. Yep. Yeah, everything is meant to last. Yep, that is right. Where's my project at? Let me put my press start to get, because I still haven't released it on Spotify yet. I'm still trying to see when I would, but like I said, I'm probably just gonna upload snippets. And then have people go to the Bandcamp. All right, let's go back into the line right now and see what we have. The peace offering with Preach. Hallelujah. 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 TPO, man. Let's see what you got. So far, you been 10 for 10, man. See if you can keep the consistency. I always been like, okay. Oh, snaps.
Walking through the pain, I let Jesus speak. Devil on my back, he got more to teach. Falling out the hard times, Holy Father preach. Hey, won't you sing hallelujah? Preach, hallelujah.
Man, I didn't know you were gonna do that.
Breathing life back into me, tears no longer stone for the weak. Yes, I've been baptized in the melodies, going straight banana monkey bars. Come and swing to me, baby wolf under stars, protected by razor leaves. Like the dead zombified, they will race to me. With all the love, how I protect my seed. They trying to catch me on delay like some latency. People dancing with the devil, do it so shamelessly. I don't need the fame to be who I be. I am who I am, just let me be. I've been chasing for my freedom, not the money greed. I'm trying to be at peace before I'm deceased. Before I chuck them deuces, stand on my feet. Hide them with the laces, go and check the sneaks. I know I done some wrong, trying to make it right. Tears guiding the way, blessing all my life. Tears guiding the way, now I preach for life. Suicidal stripes got me scarred for life. I used to hate who I was, gotta love me right. Shine on, like the moon tonight. How long, until I get it right? For all that I hurt, I apologize. Only say that you're sorry if you mean it right. Don't use it as a scapegoat for your troubled life. Cause karma comes back around, show you to the light. Only sing my praises, only if it's right. Don't grip on that demon, grip on your life. Easy to walk away than to make it right. Oh. Walking through the pain, I let Jesus speak. Devil on my back, he got more to teach. Falling out the hard times, Holy Father preach. Hey, hey, won't you sing hallelujah?
Big salute to this, man. I felt like the vibe was proper. Again, every time I hear another song from you, you pretty much hit up each record very, very differently. Like I don't feel like any two songs are just like exactly the same, or that you get into like the business of like type records and type beats and stuff like that. I appreciate the content, the conviction within there. If there's anything that can be added, it's just like an actual gospel singer on top, you know, doing background vocals and stuff, right? And we do have a few within the community that I think will be perfect. And again, the thing that I love about music is we can do so many different versions of any record, right? So that all of them can live on their own. So you could leave this version exactly as you have it here. Then you could have another version where you throw more gospel production or a gospel singer on top, right? There's also who was I freaking thinking? Because I don't have my thing with my buttons on it. Let me see. Where is Content Matters? So okay, I think I have one with this artist.
Yeah, we rise up, can't take this. Say we had enough, say we stand up. Stand down. Want songs move, bend down. On the mission, can't stop us. Like I said, homie, now we had enough. Come together, on one accord, unstoppable. I can't breathe. They're trying to see us down. I can't breathe. Put your gun to my face. I can't breathe.
Yeah, him on the record I think would be would be dope. And what'd you say? Say, what inspires you, man, artist-wise? What inspires me? You talking to me? What inspires me, artist-wise? You know, I grew up with the culture, with that 90s kind of era hip-hop, but all music at the same time. I had people throughout my entire life that always introduced me to a different genre, a different artist, and so I was well-rounded when it came to everything. And then on top of that, it was, you know, the 420 aspect, things like Adult Swim and like the weird, you know, cartoons and video games, you know, out there. For me, I have different kind of like influences. But like I always think about the culture, the elements, the artists and the camps and production and everything that we, you know, some of us got to grow up on. I think it is an honor if you were a part of the era because you have a respect for it and you know what's missing when we don't have a lot of that today. Like, you know, I kind of miss groups being a thing and stuff, right? Like that was a lot of what we had. We had a lot of camps that very much, if someone wanted to be in a very specific lane and had a certain style, but even then when each artist sounded different, right? There were no two artists that were alike, and even the type beat like thing, when we're just a consumer watching the industry, you got to understand what it means to, like, when Timberland produces something, you know it without him even needing to pop up. Pharrell, same thing. Those producers, and think about everyone from that early, you know, 90s, early 2000s, early and late 90s, early in, and, you know, maybe mid like 2000s or what. I think about all the producers that basically had their own sounds, and they don't make type beats. They don't go and try to make beats that other producers have made, or, you know, like that. They have their own brand, and it is something that is missing a little bit in today's, I think, industry or whatnot. We have to make sure that we're remembering we ourselves as the artist, as the producer, like we're the brand. What can you do that is different than the other people that are basically in the same genre? If you make soda, right? If you make soda and you're deciding, all right, let me make a Coke-like product, you already know your competition is thick. You got Coke and Pepsi, and then every off-brand version of that. And the off-brand versions, I often still wonder why they exist, because they're never as good as the, you know, that first version of Pepsi, of root beer, of Coke, of Sprite, when the off brands are always like a little bit off. You don't want to be an off brand. You want to be something new. That's why when like the Fantas were a little bit of a different thing. Okay, let's not do Cokes. Let's bring the different flavors, you know, the pineapple, strawberry, you know, yes, we've had grape flavored things, but this is our version of it. You know, it still has to be a level of quality that is of the standard of most of the artists that you guys already know out there, right? Think about going into a label meeting, and if they just ask you, okay, well, we have an artist that sounds like you, and they give you like a list of everyone that's in that exact lane, has done those same songs or something, and what is your rebuttal for, like, you know, well, I do this? It's like, we have to make sure that we are different. Basically, get your own type beat, right? Which I spent 59 hours on Dosage production, man. Well, I like that. I like that. Unless I'm feeling that exactly. I like that right there. RP Freddie Gray for sure. Hold on. Appreciate y'all. Let me talk real quick. We're gonna jump back in the line right now. Big Dizzy Kaiju, let's go. Let's go. RC Cola. Yep. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there, like, if you're trying to go a little bit cheaper and you're like, you know what? Let me just get a little something for now. We ain't gonna do that, you know. They're there for that. But you get what you pay for. Literally. And we have to basically make sure that whatever we're doing it as professional as possible. Whether you're doing a live performance, you're recording a record, make sure that people perceive what you make as something that is worth paying for, right? I want kind of the way we really take in music to change and to reflect the quality of the artist, and for the artist, for all of the artists, producers, and so on who pride themselves in that quality. You deserve to be paid more. Like, there has to be a proper payment system for everyone who puts in that work. And when you do a music video, that I've said it at day after day, like, artists should get paid more for a music video, right? You have a full visual aspect and the song at the same time, right? So there are two things that should have a little bit of a payment system. But visuals seem like something like movies. You're able to go pay to see a full, you know, feature film for between, you know, $20, $15, you know, dollars or whatnot. Obviously a song is 3 minutes. I get it.
This is Matt Reed. I'm on site at the Chesapeake Bay. It's got reports from police and the Coast Guard that there's a monster coming in from the Atlantic Ocean, making its way in.
You can get a plethora of shells like Gamma. Put that red light on your ass like a scanner, bruh. Bag them up like we checking out where the exit, cause they dig me on the underground. Would've thought I was angerous, retarded with this rap shit, like I'm on the spectrum, bruh. Going off in your bitch face just like she Kefla, bruh. Don't shoot the messenger, but I hope you get the message, bruh. The lesson was simple math, break them like a decimal. Yeah, I bring the storm like a roar, my road, put white on my block like it's going to snow. If I wanna show out, I'ma go on the road. Yeah, I had to pedal like rowing a boat, so deep in the throat, she going to choke. My #1 fan, her job to blow. On these stage, I show him a pro, and in this ring, I show him the ropes. Heroin bars, so they know I'm dope, cause I got that motion like Zoetrope. Yeah, I had to hustle to hold my own, started moving that bass like a mobile home. Like, man, they know I'm on, cause I be going in like I'm going home. In this bitch like what's going on, I bring down the house so ensure you're home. You can't do what I do, cause I do what they can do. You won't fail trying to, cause I do what they can do. You can't do what I do, cause I do what they can do. You won't fail trying to, cause you can't do what I do. I'm coming through, so give me some room. Like Lex Corp, I'm Legion of Doom. I've been with that crew for so many moons. Running out trap, Professor Zoom. Step in this ring and you getting devoured like Mario. I was burning that flower, it gives me power. 3.5 of fire, call it that baby Bowser. Hopping it downer, but I'm never downer, cause I get paper like tails. Call me Bounty, and I'm right around it. Loyalty first, cause I come in first, like I'm the founder. Fat boy, but was a big miner. Spitting fire, can't get higher. Tony Hawk, I had to get grinding. Baby, I'm fresh, big time, and this monster higher than Martha. It can go down, so get to the chopper. It get dark, but it can get darker, like dumping a body somewhere in the harbor. I know it's some naughty, cause they want harder music, but y'all never brought it, so I answered the call and I'm ready to rumble. Coming through stomping, tipping the scales and breaking the dark like Godzilla and Final Wars. This ain't even my final form. They summon me like a Ouija board. Now take me to your leaderboard. I'm off the shrooms like Luigi boy and like RB3. Phoebe Moore, getting that scratch like Kid Door, so I can get more head than King Ghidorah. Can't do what I do, cause I do what they can do. Can't do what I do.
Where's it for? I forgot.
You can't do what I do. You can't do what I do, cause I know what they can't do. You gon' fail trying to, cause I know what they can't do. You can't do what I do, cause I know what they can't do. You gon' fail trying to, cause you can't do what I do.
You can't do it, you don't know what the heck you doing, and you know what, and you know what you stupid and another time, and I don't even really know what the heck is you gonna do whenever you go back. And it's matter of fact, you know what, when I'm rapping, it is matter of fact, and it's not.
Now, what do you guys think about that one? Then in it and all feedback is welcome. Again, that was Big Dizzy of LOD with Kaiju. And yeah, I sent that working before. But what I often like about Big Dizzy is he is a varied artist who comes at themes in like different ways, right? And so sometimes it'll be subtle, and other times, you know, right up front when it comes to like the references and how he raps and comes at a specific theme or whatnot, right? So with this one, I know that he went in and kind of like sampled Godzilla, and I think you did just enough of it to not kind of make it feel like you know, there would be a little bit of a problem with copyrights or whatnot. It's literally like one, you know, 2 seconds or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it or whatnot. But something about it, right, where it's a little bit slow and yet has. Now the dogs are gonna bark. Oh my god. Okay. I'm putting it down. Evie's going crazy. Hold on, y'all. Wait. Cause they're gonna throw me off. They gonna throw me off. Okay, there we are. Okay. So but I like the kaiju concept, right? And it made me wonder, like, man, what would be the best concept for the video? Like him rapping while Godzilla and other kaijus are just like around, like terrorizing the city. Should he be on top of Godzilla? Should he be Godzilla's size and just walking around, like, you know, punching them or terrorizing the city just as, like, I don't know what the best sort of thing is. Now there is a choice of like somehow figuring out how to do all three of those, where, you know what I'm saying, you kind of start off, you know, within it, things happening in the background, you know, as you get closer, you know, you tame Godzilla or whoever, and then, you know, just start riding them as you rap or some shit. Something happens, some radioactive thing hits you, and then you become Godzilla's size, and now the tables have turned. Like, that's way too much. Anyways, good job within there. What did you say? I think I'm up next, gang. Oh. And then what'd you say? Thanks, overall fire song. Let me see. If I was 7 out of 10 because how it came through my system or whatnot. I mean, it's a little bit of a bop, man. You could jump up and down. God, you. Hold on, let me put in. Where is the next one? Alright, Super Cow with Dosage.
I'm just trying to vent a little bit up. It's in yes. Every single second gets me closer to death. I'm trying to relax, I'm trying to focus my breath. I hope the dark doesn't up my dosage. Today I got so fucking angry at this stupid life. My 3-year-old son asked me what school was like.
At first I didn't think much of it, till I started to explain it. Conversation turned so rugged, I was like, it's lots of fun. Lots of teachers, lots of books, you can run. You can paint, color, read, learn, recess in the sun. And by the way, one day, one of your classmates might stroll in with a gun. Shoot at you, shoot at your friends, and kill himself. I'm not trying to be a nihilist, just being real. How are parents in America supposed to really feel when trying to get your kid an education just might get him killed, frightened by the doom? So we fly him to the moon, never let him play outside, we just hide him in their rooms. Like, sorry son, daddy's just falling for the scare tactic. Here's an iPad, stare at it forever. I'm just trying to vent a little bit, oh. It sends yes, every single second gets me closer to death. I'm trying to relax, I'm trying to focus my breath. I hope the doctor
I'm assuming you've been asked if it was AI.
It's Saturday, and there's no chance I'm going out tonight. What are you, crazy? I'm sitting on the couch
I'll tell
tonight.
you why
There's
after
no
the
way
song.
I'm gonna get in the car and go hang around a bunch of drunk kids at a bar. The last time I went, I just wasn't prepared. The vibe in the air had me genuinely scared. Dudes are buff, dudes are mean, dudes are angry. I held the door open for one, he didn't thank me. He was showing off his biceps. He could probably bench 285 for 8 or 9 reps. Had me feeling kinda bitch made. When 50 Cent first came out, he was probably in the 5th grade. When he was playing Truth or Dare, I was buying products so I wouldn't lose my hair. But I did, I sure the fuck did. And now I feel inadequate around a punk kid. Damn! I'm just trying to vent a little bit of hope. It's intense, every single second gets me closer to death. I'm trying to relax, I'm trying to focus my breath. I hope the doc doesn't up my dose, yeah. So that's all life is, huh? Every 6 months go see a new superhero movie. Work a fucking horrible job that you hate. Get married to someone you're sexually attracted to, only to never have sex with them again once the kids are born. Really? I'm trying to find what my purpose is for, but I spent the last hour more. I used to want a Porsche, instead I had a family. So now I'm trying to locate where my Ford's at. Sitting in the Home Depot parking lot, homing outside, August night, dark and hot. The moon is beautiful this evening, it's rare. But honestly, I don't even think that I care. Fuck the moon. I'm just trying to vent a little bit of hope. It's in jest, every single second gets me closer to death. I'm trying to relax, I'm trying to focus my breath. I hope the doc doesn't up my dosage.
It's another time when you ripping it, you can hear a freaking song that you like when you listen and freaking to it and you don't know what the hell you're gonna do. But there's another time when things are like closed, you open up doors and then you want to be able to say that freaking when it comes to the things that you know you can't do, it's a no-no. And all right, so big salute, man. I like the overall song, the performance. You know, it sounds like a record that would be out there. We have a decent amount of conviction from you and what was done on there. Within the vocals or the beat or something, right? Like there are elements, right? If you know what AI sounds like, if you hear it enough, you'll know the things that I'm basically talking about, right? And so with that said, if there are no AI elements in the record, then you have to make sure that you get the song to a point where it doesn't feel like that. If it's in the production, hold on, let me wait till he stops. He's gonna stop in a second. He's just doing that because she going upstairs. All right. If it's the mic you're recording on, or what you're using to mix and master, or the production, right? one of those things needs to be rectified so that what we're hearing from you is more professional. Because if anybody has ever said, oh yeah, it just sounds like AI, it's at least from what I could hear, probably in between somewhere in the beat or the vocals. But I know some of the AI mixing and mastering kind of things to do the same thing. And just know, this is for the actual AI creators, man. We've had this conversation a million times, and I love it every time, just because it feels like education a little bit, man. We appreciate music at all levels, no matter how it is made, for sure, right? But when it does come to some AI records, we will feel like there's something missing, because in most, if not all, songs that we've heard throughout time, it's been the people we end up seeing on stage performing the songs, right? So we always have an experience of hearing an artist we like, and then eventually get into radio and being able to perform live, and then so we can see the performances or go to the performances and get a ticket and all that. And then we strive to be one of those artists too, right? With the influx of people making things with AI, there's an entire generation of people who haven't really thought about going and performing live at all. And so they'll make a song that is dope, and it'll feel slightly empty because not only do we not know who they are, right? You may put a song out with a whole different voice that is not you. What do you think is gonna happen when we are truly wondering, like, yo, who actually wrote this song? Like, where did it really come from? Especially because a lot of you won't do those videos showing how you do the records, or even talking about why you made it. If you don't do that, literally there's always going to be a little bit of a disconnection for certain people. And at the very least, we can acknowledge eventually, all right, some AI artists do not want to try to be the artist and go out and perform the record, and so we have to just look at it like an AI record within its context, appreciate it for what it is, and rate it in the AI record realm. But when it's a real art, like, it's almost unfair to rate an AI song next to real artists, because the AI is the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? So it'll make things better than what you could have at first. Thus, whatever we're hearing most likely is mostly it, but with some influence of what you have. And so we're always gonna feel like, unless we get to see how it's made, it's not gonna be as impressive. It'll still be dope. We'll be able to see where it could be marketed, but we won't always be completely comfortable with it either, because we're like, there's no real artist in it. We like when there is a real person that has a record that they make that they can go out and perform. If people like it, if it blows tomorrow and everybody can go out and see you perform it live, you know, that's a little bit of a privilege within itself. So as always, that is what we do. And what did you say? You said I got gas, man. Take some Pepto-Bismol or some NyQuil. I don't know if that's what we supposed to. What you say? Chris ain't wrong, but I done, and I didn't get an AI vibe, and so I thought, no, that's cool. That's cool. See, let me get my followers up, and then we'll see where we're at in 6 months. And I get it, man. I love music. I don't even care about like followers and stuff, man. Never use never use the like. It just we'll just stop there. But hold on. And I mean, it sucks. One has to defend themselves from AI bullshit. You know, it's a fact though. And you said, let me see, rap chat. Auto does make it sound like auto tune to an extent. However, I'm trying to flush out the idea. Okay. I'm just reading off what you guys were saying. Right, and he said, hell no AI, man. You know, look, I like that you're that passionate about it, though. I like that you are that passionate about it. And I do have music. You hear it throughout the stream every 5 seconds.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all eat pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need it. My bullshit trapped under the attic. I tried to think I'm grown, but then I'm still in the magic. I tried to race a car, then crash, flew in the traffic, started acting like a fool, like Zach Galifianakis. Now see, I don't know what the hell's happening. I really like hacking things. I heard from the grapevine, you rappers like Vaseline. You all sound like you like to drink a lot of gasoline, fucking up the game like the Hulk when he's smashing things. There can never be too many books, but living without the internet and sucking shit with
I
your
ain't even
weird
playing that.
too many.
I ain't even playing that. No, I believe you. Man. We just always look. I love to have the conversation, and just for people to know, right? You know, for the AI creators to know that, like, overall, we at the end of the day, we always are going to want to hear a real artist, potentially a real producer and stuff. So there's the option to replace the artist and the producer in any, you know, case or whatnot. We still will want you to have had most influence over what we hear, because if you only, I tell you, the people that we aren't impressed with are those that will only make a song about wrestling